Ah, no. Yo, whoa, hold up. Okay, it's... Is everything okay? It was fidgeting for a minute. Yeah, let's go with the autosave. I trust it. I trust the autosave. Ooh-wee. Man. Sure is Monday. I'm not in a good mood because I wanted to try something out with uploading stuff on Instagram, but it's just not working out. It's just not working out. Or it's just more difficult than I want it to be. Why is it?
What now?
I feel like it's Proton. Something tells me Proton is running super slow. Let me try this again. Try booting this up again. I feel like if I run it through Proton 9, whoops, nope. I feel like if I run it through Proton 9, it's gonna go crazy. I think no shader. Take too long. An error occurred. Compatibility tool failed. Oh no. Yeah, I guess we're not doing 9. I guess the game is too new to run on that. So, no, skip that. Alright, yeah, so it's been taking too long. It's taking too long. Because what I want to do, I want to add subtitles to the clips of my live streams. Mostly my art live streams. I've been trying to do that with Caden Live. And it's just been taking so long. Like, I'm gonna try to get it done right. But my patience is wearing. And plus I still gotta work on it. And the longer I wait, it's not good. It's the less energy that I have. Like, I want to do the most difficult things
I trust this
out the way early in the morning. Because when it's like 5 o'clock, I just don't want to do anything. Okay, this. Yeah, it's little.
Well met.
I don't suppose you're as overburdened as free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk for a bit? Alright. Fuel my imagination if you must. If you can, you will. I hate this camera, dude. Can I get good cameras? This power I've awoken to. I have all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? So, I've never seen armor like that. True, the designs just set them apart. It was not their actual appearance I meant to ask about. In my opinion, the armor encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to detect that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it's so exhausting, why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves.
All right.
My imagination increased. It's getting quite late, but we've a ways to go. We've ways to go yet. So very much like to continue chatting with you. Man, I don't know why I keep glazing over words. Glossing. Hindenburg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on. And
I notice I just
the
keep...
new king draws nearer.
My eyes want to get over this dialogue as soon as possible, so I keep skipping words.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow! I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere. What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
A cannonade.
Oh wow, 2 against 1. That's not enough.
My star is rising! Sanctism will reign! It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony. I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
We have nothing to do with this.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
Doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot. They mean to break the opposing sides.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Will they survive or not, and then dash it well out of the race?
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Guido's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning his favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters?
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's see how it plays out.
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladel's side. I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Luis's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
Why do they even ask? Why do they even ask me? What's the point? Sure, that's whatever.
I say, hold on. You realize candidate. If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim
Sure.
for just our
Why even
best.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine.
Six cinnamon.
Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay then, it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry. Can't get into it now. That Cortland. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot and his monks have boarded the ship. Looks like he knows the magic will shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now. Oh,
You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names. Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
I already forgot. Sorry.
I will fight with come forth, royal soul. Burn!
I stand ready.
Allies, together!
No jump thrust? Are you serious? Oh wait, yeah, I forgot about that.
With blade in hand! Not now. To safer ground! Knight! I stand waiting.
Yeah, punching bag. Yes.
What could you
Until we
hope to
figure out.
achieve?
Until we figure out what to do.
This is nothing.
Damn it!
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
I thought that would do way more.
I'll cut you down!
Soul, you gotta aim
Brother.
better than that.
Know
Brother.
your place.
To the rear,
Peasants!
Alright.
Vitus power.
Let's go down the list, I guess.
Ice.
You hit their weakness.
Is everyone all right?
That's your opening, Captain.
Moving to the front. Right there!
No.
Resistance is futile.
Dang it.
What could you hope to achieve?
Is that all?
Kneel before me!
Thanks.
Come at me!
Dang, still nothing?
Warrior!
Perhaps not.
I'll show you the essence of truth. Let's go. Freeze.
You hit their weakness.
Observe the enemy.
That's your opening, Captain.
Join with me.
All right, let's go!
Mockingbird got them right in the
I can't afford to hold back. Withdrawing!
Yikes. Forgot the medicine. Yo, bro, don't you, you didn't do a drawing stream in a long time? Yeah, I didn't. I really gotta get
I'll
on
save
that.
this.
I really gotta focus up on doing drawing streams again.
I call upon royal power within!
This
Right on
can't
target.
be.
Nice one, Stroll.
Honestly, I've done, well, no.
More resilient
I've done
than I
drawing
expected.
streams, like, I did 2 drawing streams, like, a couple days ago. One in the morning and one in the evening. People didn't show up, unfortunately. So, I usually do my drawing streams, like, for 30 minutes. I really want to focus on doing 30 minutes in the day and 30 minutes in the evening. Yeah, but they're like 30 minutes, bro. Yeah, because it really sucks drawing in silence. That's pretty much it. I want to try to like draw for at least an hour a day, and live streaming in silence, just drawing the comics for really no good reason. That's just, I don't really see the point in that, personally. Listen, I like drawing, I like the comics, but I've been doing this for way too long just to keep doing it for no reason. So that's pretty much it. If there were more people, if people showed up within the 30 minutes and saying like what's up and just interacting with me, then I would like do live streams up to 3 hours, right? Because I pretty much feed off of the interactability of the audience. But when it's just me, then I'm like, I'm not doing this I'm doing this for no reason, basically. I have incentives to like do art streams. It's just a lot of things just the plans just kind of have to align. Also though, about the conversation last time, I think your main issue is that you can't get into the YouTube algorithm. You think it's because of your content is so diverse, gaming, let's play, and comics. I feel like if we had a dedicated gaming channel and another channel focus, it would be better. I'm kind of... When I was dedicated... Okay, so, no, I'm not doing anything on my YouTube channel for, like... It's... My channel is now purposeless. Not purposeless, it's more aimless than anything now. Because I tried having an aim. I tried doing comics for the past couple of years, for 5 years straight. It didn't work. It didn't work. I'm not doing gaming because I want to get into gaming. I'm gaming because usually there would be one guy that would show up in every live stream, and I do these gaming live streams for that one guy because he shows up. That's how dedicated I am. I don't play these games because I want to play these games. I play these games because one person shows up in every live stream and is an active participant in the live stream. That's why. I don't do this for me. I do this because I know somebody will show up 100% of the time. That's how I work. Well, who is that? It's Sketch. His name is Sketch. He's usually on Twitch. He usually shows up like within the first hour of Twitch. But like on this, sometimes he transfers over to YouTube. But he shows up in every gaming live stream. The reason why all my gaming live streams are 3 hours is because 3 hours is usually my max time that I live stream. And he shows up within the first hour. Usually. If he doesn't, then the gaming live streams will just end up being 1 hour. But if you look at my YouTube live streams, they're mostly like 3 hours long. They're over 1 hour long because he is consistently showing up. If he's consistent in showing up and interacting with the chat, so am I. I'm consistent in showing up and being active in the chat. Compare that to how... What's the word? How flaky. Not flaky, that's the wrong word. But how inconsistent people are showing up with the drawing live streams. And when nobody shows up in the drawing live stream, I'm like, okay, I don't really care. It's like, So do you feed off the chat's energy? Yeah, I'm like this. It's my live streams are always like this. I stop doing whatever I'm doing and give you most of my attention because I'm here to entertain you. If I was here to entertain myself, dude, I got like I have like I can play video games by myself. I don't need to live stream to play video games. I don't need a live stream to play video games or anything like that. I don't do this to get paid. I do this to interact with other people, right? It's a conversation starter, if anything, right? Like I said, if I want to play video games, I'll just play video games by myself. I have no problem with doing that. If I want to work on the comics, I work on the comics by myself. I have no problem doing that. Like, I live stream to interact with other people. And when people don't show up in the first 30 minutes, and I'm like, okay. It's a lot harder. It's a lot more difficult to live stream myself working on the comic within an hour of silence. I couldn't really do it I couldn't really make it a 30 minutes. It's difficult to make it within an hour in silence, just working on the comic. And just, like, occasionally checking the chat for someone to say hi, right? So you are dedicated. Could never be... You are dedicated. Could never be me. I don't have that kind of motivation. Dude, I don't even think... Like, that's... What, like, yeah, it really is. Because I don't find myself as I don't feel like I'm motivated. Like, to do anything unless I see a clear incentives. Before, I was self-motivated. Before, I was like, yeah, I gotta make these comics. I gotta do this because no one's gonna tell these stories except for me. And then, when I grew up, I started seeing a lot more garbage being put out. A lot more garbage being put out on Netflix and on TV and on the internet, and people just like gobble it up. So I'm like, okay, really, my story really doesn't matter because people are just satiated by eating just straight up like doo-doo caca like every day, every night. Like they just eat slop every day, every night, and they're okay with it. So I'm like, cool. What are my stuff is just doesn't matter if people are just satiated with the most bottom of the barrel, like, content, entertainment, derogatory, and I use entertainment as a derogatory sense. If people are so satiated with that, then I'm like, okay, I guess whatever I make doesn't matter. But what happens in the mid-2025, I feel, but what happened in mid-2025, I feel like you disappeared off the internet and didn't post as much. Mid-2025, I gotta put myself... Mid-2025, I think that was like the DreamCon, when I was at DreamCon. But that was only for like a weekend. Mid-2025, I know I was most likely just playing games. I was most likely just playing games on Twitch because Sketch just showed up there. I don't think Sketch is gonna show up in this live stream because I told him that I thought I was going to a family reunion today. But I looked at the calendar and it was like late this month. So we shall see. What else? Yeah. But like back in mid-2025, from what I remember from then I was at DreamCon. I was probably just playing like games on Twitch. I think I was still working on the comic, but now I'm like, sheesh. Now I have like more of an incentive to try doing the live streams because the clips are doing well on Instagram. Because I found a way to like make clips a little bit easier to produce, and I want to get better at making the clips or just making them more presentable. But when I tried this morning, golly dog, it just wasn't working out. I might, I'll see what's going on. With that. But so from the live streams that are over an hour long, I try to like find like 10 good clips of them and then put them on Instagram. And usually that like people on Instagram are more interactive. They leave likes, sometimes repost it or leave a comment, which is way more than when I post on Twitter or what's the other one? TikTok. Those platforms just actively hate me for whatever reason. Oh yeah, active chat longer stream in the description. Yeah. Like I'm done. Like I'm in my Unk era. I'm just done being nice. I'm just like, this is what I'm doing. This is what's going on.
I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching.
Like this game is like.
For the sake of my dear brethren,
Oh
I
my
must
gosh.
hold nothing back.
Like.
Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Like I play this game. Like I play games like this because I know somebody wants to. I know that one guy, Sketch, wants to see me play this game. I probably wouldn't even pick this game up if it wasn't because of him, right? I like RPGs.
Right.
I like story games.
Hang in there.
Still stands.
And he likes my my commentary on how what I say, what's going on with this. Holy crap!
Get her back up.
What can I do?
Badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
This is awful. I'm getting blasted.
Me! Nice!
You hit their weakness. That's your
Not out
opening,
of this
Captain.
yet.
Well, hearing you talk about social media engagement makes me feel depressed. Like you are so entertaining. If you can't make it, then the system feels rigged. I know, right? I'm like, I know, right?
Not out of this yet.
I feel like they just want me to just do like some like out of the box Sambo type like coonery, right? I feel like they just want me to humiliate myself, like just to show how bad I want it. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't feel like I don't feel like doing that, right? Right? Am I crazy for not feeling like making myself a complete tool for people's like engagement? But hey, maybe that's what people want. If that's what the people want, then that's too bad. They have to go find someone else, unfortunately. They have to go find someone else.
Freeze!
Coonery.
Cease your resistance.
I'm like, hey, yo, if that's what they want, sorry, dog. I got nothing for you. Unfortunately. Sorry. We're all out. We're fresh out. Sorry, went to the coon store. We're out. Have you tried down the street?
Only a flesh wound.
Take this!
Captain's hurt bad. Let's get him some healing.
This game did not give me... Am I supposed to lose? I feel like I'm supposed to lose because I just don't... Out of all healing items, none of my crew can heal. Nobody can heal. I didn't mean to do that. Let's retry. I didn't mean to do that. I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Right? This puzzle. The thing that sucks the most is I don't have healing items. I did not change my archetypes to best fit this scenario, but I think I can.
Let's get on with it.
Get something
Something else.
good going on. I feel like if you get a solid 100 viewers constantly, you blow up instantly, but the god above is capping your growth. Yeah, maybe God's capping my growth to... I don't know.
Warrior!
I was like looking back at my clips,
No.
and I remember I said I feel like God is capping my growth because I would be too powerful if I didn't have those limitations. And I'm like, no, I don't. I feel like that's even though that is funny, I'm like, that feels a little bit too. I don't like the look of that personally.
In the name of justice.
A more not timid, a more timid approach, a more contained approach to that. I think it's just not my time yet, you know? In a weird way, I'm still saying the same thing. I'm still saying the same thing. It's just it's not my time yet, right? Golly, that's not what I wanted to do. I was distracted. A more humble approach, yes, a more humble approach, right? I just don't think it's my time yet.
Are you prepared?
And then whatever, and when it becomes my time, I'm in no control over that.
Hack and slash.
It would be really cool if I did know,
I won't hold back. Freeze.
but I just don't have that time.
You hit their weakness. That's your opening,
Because
Captain.
it reminds me of, oh wow, oh wow, oh wow, that's pretty cool. I got a critical, so I could do this.
Coordination is key.
So, I was thinking, back when I was doing that,
Bird got them right in their
In the
weak
name
spot.
of justice.
dude, really I can do
Give
another
me your
synthesis?
ace.
That's really cool.
He's magic.
I'll show you the
No
essence of
way.
truth.
Oh, because it's also affecting him too. Okay.
Me.
Because I feel like if I was taken up to Hollywood or Atlanta to do whatever entertainment thing that suits me best, I feel like I probably would be tied up in things that may not be good for me. Know what I mean? Because like just me being inexperienced, I could. Maybe God is keeping me away from being tied up in the wrong 4 hours. Like I can only imagine. I can only use my imagination. I can only see like the position that I'm in as probably good
I'll cut you down.
with the future. Why? Okay.
I'll show you
I'm
the
done
S.
with
Come
that.
forth.
Done with
Royal
that.
soul. Freeze.
Well, it's more like a high risk, high reward.
everyone all right?
That's your opening, Captain.
I seize my chance.
Hold on. I think this thing is too loud. I'm now looking at the I'm now looking at the gauges.
Girls badly wounded.
I feel like if you played up the being I feel like if you played up the being black comic book on it. Oh my gosh. I feel like I'm cooning for black people if I do that. You know? I don't know. Like, I get it. I wholeheartedly get it. Because that marketing is so strong. And, like, in the terms of marketing, right? That's me signaling to, hey, black people, come around me because you want me to succeed. And if I succeed, then there's more black people in this entertainment space. And this, specifically in the comic book niche. I could be that guy that could get more black people who are like surface level into comics. They could get into it. I tried to avoid that too. Yeah. I feel like it's good because it's such an obvious signal that even children can know what I'm about. The most difficult thing about like putting yourself out there is that people want to put you in a box to see if they like you or not. Right? Because I picked this up when I was, years ago when I was selling my comics in person. It's a lot easier for me to sell in a farmer's market or flea and farmer's market because I am already in a box. I'm already ticked off in a box that a lot of people, that's pre-checked, right? Because I want to be known for my work, not my race. Yeah. Like, in my area, it's a majority, it's pretty mixed, but it's easy to say it's a majority white area, right?
Let's stay calm.
And people automatically like me because we are in the same area. I am literate. I am Christian. Like same area. So same area. That box is ticked to say that they see me. I'm selling books, and they ask where are you from. I'm like I live like 5 minutes down the street. So I live in the same area as them, which means this guy probably shares the same cultures or values that I do, right? The next thing that they ask is what is this about? When I explain Purgatory Academy, they pick up on the overtly religious Christian themes, and they pick up that I am Christian. That's another box that's ticked, right? So without me signaling, I am a North. Well, I've doxed myself. I am a North Carolinian, like illustrator, writer that is Christian.
I'll show you the essence of truth.
Like, that ticks off a lot of people's boxes if they are from that area and they are from that religion. And when I'm on the internet, they're like, okay, what box are you from? What box are you in? Because when I'm live streaming, they're like, oh, this guy is of African complexion. I like him. The second box, he makes me laugh. He makes me laugh. So I can trust him a little bit. That's another ticked box. And he speaks English. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can, that language barrier's already ticked off. Bam. And just how I'm talking to you right now, how I can like explain these things. There's levels to these. There's levels to these things.
Okay.
That says this guy's intelligent. Bam, another tick box. But that's not really doesn't mean that that person you're going to like give me money at all, because that's pretty much my live stream, right? But like in today's day and age, like I feel like you're. You know what's so crazy? I keep looking at that line, your last line that you said, that I don't want to be known. I want to be known by my work, not my race. It's very interesting. I keep thinking about that. Because I didn't show my face because I didn't want to be known as like, oh yeah, the black guy that does comics. But that also reminds me, when I was like selling more frequently, people just knew me as the comics guy. Like that was basically my that was like my, that's how people recognized me. And it's kind of funny. I think, and that's what I want to be known online as well. Like I want to be known as like the guy that makes comics, and I like him, and he's funny, and he's cool.
Let's do this.
Even though he's a little bit unhinged.
More resilient than I expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing
And
back.
if anything, when I do, like one thing, I say I don't really play these games for a little bit, but the thing that I noticed that like when Sketch, he watches me play these games, he noticed that I am pretty much introspective about the themes of the games that I'm playing.
Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Like, these are the type of games that I like. Not only that I like playing, games that are narrative first, that tries to like put an emphasis on their narrative. Because I'm a guy that writes, and I had a season in my life when I was just studying philosophy, like the philosophy of storytelling and characters and all these different structures of storytelling and character structures of archetypes, story structure, and characters. I can pick up what's going on and what the writer might say, because I've been like studying that. I'm more sensitive to what the director is trying to use these characters as a vessel for.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother.
And it's something that usually people subconsciously pick up on, right? It's stuff that you know, but you don't really have a word for it. You don't really put it into words.
Not now.
Yeah, I'm not, dude, I'm not doing this. I feel like I'm just gonna die. This is not gonna work. Ah, man, I feel like I just gotta tank this. Does this game want me to throw?
Hit their weakness. That's your opening, Captain.
Sanctism will reign.
Do you know about Dog Nigan creator? His story went from me into actual profitable series.
Sanctism will reign. I won't lose.
Stroll got knocked out.
Yeah.
Can anyone get him back on his feet?
It's okay.
But I am going to, like, can't see the game screen. Oh my gosh! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! My bad. My bad. Whoops. That's so funny. That's so freaking funny. I mean, it's not like I was doing anything on the screen anyway. That's so freaking funny. What the heck, dude? Yo, I'm looking at Restream right now. There's like, I see 3 people like watching, and you're the only guy saying, yeah, the game screen is frozen. And I'm like, what? This is why my streams are like 30 minutes long, right? People do watch, they like listening to like what I have to say.
I'll show you the essence of truth.
And then like if something's like absolutely not going on, freaking they're like, wow, this is crazy. Like, what the heck, God? This is why I'm like, I stream for only like 30 minutes.
I will usher you to his side.
Okay. Okay, I see what you did. I thought you were on the menu screen this whole time. I thought, low-key, you were schizo. Oh my gosh, dog.
Falling back. Time for some close combat.
But there was something. There was something going on. You did see the menu screen.
To the rear guard. Forward!
Falkenberg's guard is down.
Oh my gosh.
Mage! Ice!
You hit their weakness. That's your opening.
Dang,
Helmet.
SMH. That's embarrassing. But
Behold my power!
yeah, like I like playing like these games like this with the story and like all this other stuff. Like, did you not hear the music in the background? If you can hear my voice, then I know you can hear the music and all the sound effects that's going in the back. I kind of relate listening to your rants more than commenting.
We can do
Okay. Man. What am I even doing? What am I even doing? Oh, right.
Freeze!
I might have to throw this. I might have to open. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to open it up on a different. Okay, so I can't die. I'm not supposed to die here. Alright, I guess I gotta open up a previous.
Do not forswear thy path.
Shut up. Start from autosave. I gotta figure out how to get more health or healing items. Or just change an archetype to be a healer. Because that's my main issue. Like, how do I even get healing items in this boat? Nah, but I wish it would be really cool for people to join and talk, and that's pretty much why I do these live streams. It's just to like bounce off of the energy of the audience. What do you think is the average IQ of your stream chat? Because I don't have a lot of people commenting, it's pretty high. It's pretty high IQ. It's like what people say. The larger your audience is, the lower your IQ, the lower the collective IQ is. Since my audience is pretty small, and the people who talk to me, they pretty much share a very similar sentiment with me. I don't know if that was a proper way of saying that. We share a lot of sentiments. I say they're not annoying. I say it's pretty high IQ. Yeah, some of your chat actually were right full phrases and not just L and W. Oh yeah, yeah. A couple people in the chat like Lamai or F in the chat, because I believe both of them are writers as well. And oh yeah, and I believe it was like Andrew as well. Because I do take the time. I will always appreciate people who will take the time and write a paragraph. I will like always read it and like digest it like word after word, because I'm not a strong reader. As you can see when I'm playing this game, and there are lines and lines of dialogue, I skip words because I don't care. But when somebody's in the chat and they're writing paragraphs, I take my time to read it.
What's this?
And plus, it also helps with the chat not being super active. That also helps. Wait, what do you call me? Oh, I would call you G4. Because that's the first, and plus G4 is more memorable for me. Because that's the name of a cool network.
Now, where was I?
I think I'll just change I think I'll just change an archetype to be a healer. I gotta find out which one I should.
Welcome.
One of them needs to be a one of them needs to be a healer. Just outright. Not me. I gotta stick with being a magic guy.
I see.
Thinking emoji. Maybe her.
I see.
Oh yeah, they'll just have a similar effect, huh? I thought about clipping your stream into TikTok, but I am still researching on how to edit short form content. Oh, you want to know what I've learned to do? I just go to Claude and say, give me a prompt. Like I would say, give me a prompt to give AI to find 10 to 15 clips of this live stream, of this video, that would serve well for an audience for YouTube, TikTok, or Instagram. And I just like send that to Claude, and Claude will like give me a prompt to give to like another AI, and I just copy that. And then I go to the, what do they call it? Then go to the comment the description of any given YouTube video, a live stream or whatever. And there should be a button that says summarize this video, and that's just like YouTube embedding Google's Gemini AI inside every video, right? And then you just paste that into the Gemini, and Gemini will give you like the timestamps. Can you give me name ideas for the TikTok account? I feel like the name idea doesn't really... I don't think that matters too much, because you can always change it later. I don't think that matters too much. You can always change it later. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so do that. So you take the Claude prompt, put it into Google Gemini, within the description. That's embedded with every description of every YouTube video, and then then Google Gemini will give you timestamps to cut. So after you download the video, you follow the timestamps and which to cut, and then you just repurpose it for TikTok, YouTube, Shorts, Instagram, Twitter, and that's pretty much how I've been doing it every other day on my Instagram.
Fascinating.
Wait. They only get the hum. Oh my gosh. No. Let me think about it. Shoot. Only rank 1. I need it to be rank 2. I need it to be rank 3 now. That's not gonna work. Alright. Let's go back to reality. Okay, maybe if I just cook. Maybe I just need to cook. Maybe if I just get food. That should save me. But if I cook, it's only gonna be for one thing. It's gonna take up all gonna take all night. Okay, how do I save myself from this instance? Is there a shop that I can go to? I want to build a kind of promotion TikTok account for comic creators I follow. Let's see. Comic Lookout, Comic Watch. Let's see. Let's see. Comic Lookout, Comic Watch. What's this? Indie Space. Literally don't think too hard about it. For all allies, let's try this.
Let's check.
You just don't think too hard about it.
Now then.
For as often as we simply refer to our meals as meat, something comes to mind as if it was cut from. The taste and texture can change dramatically, you know? Each type of cut has an ideal preparation, and if you do it well, it turns out tender and delicious. Something to strive for, wouldn't you say? So, what kind of cut do we have here? Ah, but never you mind. Just leave this to me. Another topic. What's the best game you played on stream? Honestly, the best game I played on stream, in terms of enjoyment, Mass Effect 2. I love Mass Effect 2. In terms of just pure content that you can farm from, I'd say what was that game? Detroit Become Human. I feel like a good click farm. I feel like Detroit Become Human has a lot of takes. That or the Walking Dead marathon. If you wanna clip farm anything, probably just go through the Walking Dead marathon or the Detroit Become Human marathon, because I say some radical things. I say some radical things. Mostly the Detroit Become Human thing. Detroit Become Human stream. Out of sheer enjoyment, I just love Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2, 1 and 2, just made me really wish that I was the director of a Mass Effect series. Because if I was the director of a Mass Effect series, it would go so hard. Because I know I would do a good job with that.
Alright.
But the Detroit Become Human, that is the game. That's the type of game that makes you say David Cage is a good writer, but he has bad ideas. Because I know a lot of people who really love that game. Mostly a lot of black people who really love that game. They just love it because it has very surface level allusions to civil rights, and that makes them feel like they have to agree with it. And I'm like, no, you don't have to. It's a bad story, dog. You don't just because David Cage, this white French guy, waves civil rights in front of your hand like a Jedi mind trick. You don't have to agree. You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to say it's a good story. It's not. Wow. But I feel like every time I have a friend or a relative, a friend or a relative who plays games and played that game, I just have to sit them down and have the talk of no, you think this game is good? Do you think this game's story is good? It's kind of not. It's kind of insulting, actually. It's written. If you had absolute power as a direct dictator of America, what would be your first 5 orders? Um, I wouldn't have like orders per se. I think like if I was younger, I wouldn't have like direct orders. I would have more plans. I would have more plans than direct orders, right? Because I think like I think Edward Barnet's book on propaganda and the documentary of The Century of Self really changed my ideas of how to govern people, especially within the American sense. It really changed my idea of like how to govern, like or how to like what would be the most optimal way of governing. But like my main plan, if I was like the dictator of America, it would be like, yeah, freedom of religion, that's gone. Everything's like, like you're everything like Christianity is like the de facto religion, de facto. Second thing, pornography is banned. Third thing, nobody gets like less people vote. Fourth thing, way less people need to vote. Fourth thing, let's see, I feel like I don't think I need the I don't actually actually like those aren't like the original those aren't like gonna be the things of we're changing all of these things tomorrow, because like all of that is like too reactionary, and if things go reactionary, you're just if you're trying to buck back against something, it's just gonna buck back, right? So I don't think that's the whole thing. My whole goal is mostly just to get why are four things. Honestly, I guess take away the pornography thing then, because like if everything falls under once everybody like submits under God, under Christ, then a lot of things, and if like we find out the right ways to do that, like covertly. Damn, you were quite reasonable. I thought this quote would be wilder. Dude, like I no, like it's no, I think it's just you agree. You think I'm quite reasonable. I think you just agree. Like that's the thing. I think you just agree. Because or you either just agree or the way that I package everything, the way that I position everything. Because what I want is like based on today's standards, like it's very radical. But how I approach it, it's just going to be what I want isn't going to be like something that I carnally want. It's something that I see if we're going to survive, or if we're going to not survive or past survival. If we want to thrive as a human species, these acts should be inevitable, right? And the reason why we aren't doing this right now is because we just have people in positions of power that we didn't vote into. You know what I mean? We just have people in the positions of power that are I shouldn't say it, that are frankly aren't afraid of the people that they govern, and they should be, right? They should be afraid of the people that they govern. And the fact, like, probably if I was the people in the office right now, I wouldn't be afraid of the people I've governed, because I would just wave pornography and like sports all over in everybody's faces and just take what I want and just siphon all of the resources of America, like what they're doing already, and like who's gonna do anything? Like, who's gonna fight back? Like you already have enough video games to play until you're dead. Like, who cares about like people, like men and women not wanting to have children anymore because of it's just not, the future is just not optimistic enough to have one. You know what I'm saying? Because like everybody has like infinite amount of copes in their lives to even fight back. Because if they want to fight back, there goes their copes. It's all gone. So, are you questioning we need an American version of the French Revolution? No. No. Because the only reason why I say that is because look at where France is now. I don't think like because if we did the French Revolution again, I see answers like that is just a very pretty way of saying let's rewind the clock. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like listening like on YouTube. I think as a writer, I like listening to very unpopular ideas. So I listened like this is gonna be a really wild thing to say, but it's very interesting listening to white supremacists and seeing how they view the problems of America. And I've been listening to these two guys who advocate for complete mass like American remigration. Like anybody who's not white, they want to like ship them out of America, right? And that idea has been stuck in my mind, thinking like this is so bad, but how can I find like my brain was like coming up with like so many different reasons of why this is a bad idea. But the main reason why it's a bad idea is because it's not an answer. It's not a permanent solution. It's just rewinding the clock. Just like saying like if we have another French Revolution, that's not an answer to our problems. That's just rewinding the clock. Because that's rewinding our clock. And you want to know why I say that's rewinding our clock? Because look at France now. Like how those guys said like total American mass remigration of all non-white people. That's going to solve the problems of America. No, it's not going to solve the problems of America, because you want to know when America was most majority white. Probably look back at like the 50s prior, 90s prior. Let's just say that. Like 90s prior. Let's just say that, right? And look at America today, right? Like that's not so clearly the answer is not having one like an all white America, because it's been done, and they're in a position where they just want to rewind the clock back. The answer is not rewinding the clock. The answer is taking inventory of what you have and trying to figure out how you can use all of your assets to get to the future that you want, right? No more like we got to try this again, because if we're going to try something again, you're going to have the same solution. It's not. I'm not calling it insanity. It's not insanity, right? It's more of it's something, but I wouldn't necessarily call that insanity. Weird conversation to join on. Hey Sketch. I was talking to G4, and we were talking about you earlier, saying that I only stream these video games because you show up every stream. I think America's is having a white supremacy comeback. It's scary. It's scary how divided the country has become. Nothing's gonna happen. Nothing ever happens. Do you want to know why I know white supremacy isn't really that? White supremacy isn't scary because it's mostly just guys who who they are just using the internet as a pressure valve. That's just it. If you actually talk to if you go to white supremacy circles and talk to these guys, yeah, they'll be like, I hate them all so much, but they're not gonna do anything because they say that they're too civilized to do anything. that's just it. They're like, oh, I hate these groups of people so much, and I'm like, if you ask them all right, why don't you do anything? Because they're like, the government's against us. And these supremacists, they'll say the government is against us, so we have no incentive to do it. They will tell you that, or they'll say that white people are too civilized to get their hands dirty, so they'll never do that. And even if they try, we are too civilized to do do racist things. Is definitely a view. Yeah, right. Literally, and it just their thing. It just comes down to they don't like behaviors of certain groups of people. That's just it. Their pressure valves is just the internet is just a pressure valve. If anything, they're not gonna do anything. And everybody would think the mass deportations of non-whites would happen with ICE. They try and the reason why like the ice is not gonna happen. They stopped what was it? They stopped recording how many people they deported publicly because their numbers are abysmal. I don't know the right number, but their deportation numbers are absolutely abysmal. And when they were trying to deport like Somalis out in Minnesota, 2 white people died because they were trying to protect the immigrants who weren't even here legally. So that tells me that if people expect like some sort of racial civil war, it's going to end really quickly because half of whites are going to fight other whites on the behalf of the non-whites. So you would have, and plus America's like what, 60% white, 60% white, and that's shrinking with the more immigrants that comes here every year. It's on track of being a minority white country, and they want to say, wow, white supremacy is going to like there's going to be a civil war happening. No, if it does, it's not going to look good for like the racist guys. That's just how it is. Because the majority of white, because like there's nobody, I think. I'll just leave it like that. I'll just leave it like that.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Yeah, white supremacy just does not scare me. Also, how you doing, Sketch? Also, I got the date wrong for my family reunion. It's gonna be like late this year.
Oh wow, I missed all this green.
No, finish your thought. I'm trying to let me see if I can remember my thought. Yeah, I just say it's not gonna be a good time for them. It's not gonna be a good time for them because a majority of white people, they like non-whites. Pretty much it. They don't have a problem with them because you usually just don't live around them. It's either they don't live around them, or the media that they watch is just paints non-whites in a favorable light. So they're like, okay, that's cool. Like I probably like for me, I feel like I might be like the only black person a lot of white people probably have met. And because I'm charismatic, and I'm interested in people, it wouldn't be surprising to me that people will be like, oh yeah, you're black, Mason's black, I like Mason, so therefore I probably like you. If every black person's like Mason, then like there's no problem with black people. Right? And that's pretty much how like a lot of white people are. In America, right? Modern day America. Because the media is just pushes so much of a certain idea, of a certain perspective. Of like how, oh sorry, I already skipped it. I already saw this anyway. I was gonna play it for Sketch, but long story short, our ship runs into 2 other ships that are fighting, and my crew is like, oh yeah, should we help one guy? And I'm like, I don't care. Yeah, anyway, these 2 guys are fighting.
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony, I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Yeah, so, anyway. And also, this game is about racism. And it's so funny, because I feel like this game does racism completely wrong. And it's so funny. I feel like, my take usually is, it's so funny seeing the Japanese try to tackle subjects of racism, because they are usually the ones that are racist. Or, like, they are the racist. So, like, they will, there's an era, they can feel like they'll only see racism as a way of, like, oh man, they just don't like me because I'm part of this tribe or whatever. But it's like, there's history to that. And a lot of stories that tell about racism, they don't talk about like the history of like why certain behaviors or beliefs form. As if everybody woke up and saying like, oh yeah, I just see these people as lesser. Like, no, people aren't like that. People are not like that. It's convincing if like you don't think about it. But people, if you ever look at human nature, it's because they're like that. It's just never compelling, right? And I feel like that's why, like, the Japanese, when they have a racism narrative, racism is bad narrative, Americans or just white people will eat it all up so quickly because they're like, because they're kind of on the same wavelength of just not getting it. And they're like, and then here I am like, come on, guys. But whatever. Whatever. Let's see. Because I remember in the NC stabbing of the Ukrainian girl and never saw that much race hate since decades ago. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about. That stabbing thing. Yeah, what happened after that stabbing thing? Right? A bunch of people wanted to set up murals of Irina Zaruska, I believe that was her name. Around, like, they wanted to paint murals around of her around the U.S. and all those murals got vandalized. Even like some mayor, like a mayor, I think it was a mayor of Florida, said like, "Oh no, this is a symbol of hate." When they were trying to pull up a mural, trying to remember her. See, like, and there is a clear. Whoa, damn, my voice. There is a clear thing to say. There's a clear race angle that people really like to put on it. And it, like, is it there? Yeah. Sure, but that's not the biggest thing. It's like there's a priority of it. And, like, people who want to see, like, the race in it, they're going to see it because it's that obvious. If the less obvious thing is the more pressing issue. And the less obvious thing was that guy was just mentally ill. And he is a career criminal. And he got to go scot-free, from what I remember. And it's mostly just a thing where the justice system is just bad. It's just terrible. I had to stop using X every other video. Because every other video, people were clipping the black guy saying stuff like, "Stop shipping out," like the Chud the Builder guy. Dude, I completely, like, my mind completely blanked out with the Chud the Builder thing. I feel like I just, like, had a vacation off of racism on the internet when all of that was happening. Because, like, I saw people talk about it, but I didn't care enough to know what people were saying. And to this day, I still kind of don't care. I'm like, oh, wow, white guy. I was thinking, I don't know why I don't care. I don't want to say it in a way that's, like, trivializing it. But I'm... From what I got, it was a white guy who has a career on the internet rage baiting black people. And you have these white people, these white guys that say, yeah, we... Guys, freedom of... Like, they just want to say, guys, freedom of speech, guys. Freedom of speech. And I'm like... We gotta get rid of the amendments. We've got to get rid of all of the merit. We gotta get rid of all of them. We've got to get rid of all of them. Because nobody wants to look at anything in context anymore. Guys, free speech. Like, no. Get rid of it. We either understand that the amendments Like, especially with all like the main ones that everybody wants to go after. It was made for a specific people, place, and time that is literally unrecognizable of the America that we live in today. It basically goes around black people and call them slurs under the guise of freedom of speech and harass them until they get angry and tell them stop chicking out. I see stuff like that and I'm like, this is annoying. I'm not going to give this my time of day. I think that's why I didn't care that much about it, because I'm so beyond like any kind of rage bait, because that's just the internet now. You just want to farm your You just want to farm your energy.
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
It's just all a farm energy for farm, like a farm for your energy for no reason. It's demonic engagement farming. Yeah. It's low class. It's engagement farming. It serves no purpose. Right? If you want to say, oh man, if the whole point of saying, oh man, black people chimp out, well, check this out. Can we live with people like these? And I'm like, what's your end goal? What is your end goal? What are you trying to do here? What problem are you trying to fix? Actually, no, I don't care. Actually, scratch that. I don't care about the answers to all those questions, because it doesn't negate the fact that it's dumb, and it doesn't help my life in any way, shape, or form. Therefore, I don't care. I feel like if a lot more people took that ground of this doesn't help my life, this doesn't help my life, it doesn't help my neighbors, this doesn't help me, my family, my neighbors, I don't care. If more people took that stance, we would probably live in a better internet. But I feel like people get more bold with rage baiting since it makes money. They do it specifically IRL as an IRL streamer. Yeah, they get more money because it's... Oh my gosh. I also feel like too many people's on the internet.
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
I think... Yeah. Like, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, not too many people have access to the internet. Like, how do we fix that? More restrictions? Like, that's when I see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, so how are we going to fix this? The internet is now Indian and bought specifically in 2016. Oh my gosh. Every time I think about the population of the internet, I remember I saw this one, like, graph video. It's basically one of those, it's one of those easy watching videos that shows a graph of the US, of, like, the people on that live in the US. Not live in the US, but people on the internet. And I think, like, after 2008 or something, the amount of Indians on the internet just skyrocketed. I think that was something that happened in, like, 2008, or, like, their leader at the time just brought the internet to all of India, and, like, everybody, just more and more people just started gaining access to the internet, to the point that the majority of people on the internet is just Indians and Chinese. Just Indians and Chinese people. Smartphone. Yeah, okay, yeah, true. 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 Smartphones. Oh yeah, the iPhone did come out in 2007. True. Like... Oh, that's so funny. True. Like, I think I'm speaking with a fellow North Americans, U.S. Canadian, And the account is based in India, Pakistan. Yeah, dude, that's like half of my For You on Twitter. Like, I see something that is low IQ, engagement bait, I look on the account, and it's usually from, like, South Asia. Like, account based in South Asia. And I'm like, oh, okay.
That crier is there too.
And then when you look at everybody just looking, when you look at everybody just interacting with the comment, like it's a real person, it's like, oh man, it's so over.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict.
It sucks that everybody's on the internet now.
Cannot match Godot's firepower.
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Let's help out Glaudel.
Let's give Glaudel.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
I chose last time I said let's wait this one out. And they're like, that's a bad idea. And I'm like, why do you even give me a choice? Why even just put a yes or yes. Don't insult my intelligence.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants
Are
to
you
shove you
for
out,
internet
he'll run out
segregation?
to
Yes.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you
Yes.
say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want
Are you
to
redoing this? Yes, because I didn't have enough healing items. And I don't think I can get healing items. I didn't have enough healing items.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Shut up! I'll give you petrification magic.
Warrior.
Ah, man. But deals just critical. That's like a... I mean, I guess I'll do this because it's a,
What's up?
You gotta aim better than that!
Witness
Okay,
the
never mind. That's a bad
greatest
idea.
power.
I'm not gonna do that again.
You hit their weakness! That's
You know what? Let's retry. I thought it was gonna be like I would gain more than I would lose, but it is a zero-sum game.
Hack and slash. Witness
So I'll
the
just do that.
reverend.
nice! You hit their weakness!
Is this game like Persona 5?
Dominate, Captain.
In the sense, well, yeah, in some ways, it really feels, it does have the DNA of Persona 5. In some ways. Instead of every person in your party having its own set persona,
Know your
or like,
peasants.
having their own persona, like, everybody can switch. You can give everybody their own set of personas. If that makes sense. As if everybody is the protagonist.
Nice! Not now.
I see you! In the name of justice.
Should I do this? Should I do this?
Not the
Actually,
right
no. No, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
No holding back.
Dude, Stroll, come on! Come on! Come on, dude! Come on!
Take this. What could you hope to achieve?
Don't underestimate me.
He knows we can't attack him.
Vitus Tower. Freeze.
You hit their weakness!
Behold
That's your
my
opening.
Okay,
power.
so synthesis.
Join with me.
We'll team up.
Edward got them right in their weakness.
Okay,
To
cool.
hold back.
Oh wow, look at all that. Look at all that. Can I do it again? Let me, no, I don't think I can. Let me try it though.
Go for it.
It's okay.
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
Me. Nice.
Observe the enemy.
I just wasted a turn for no reason, unfortunately. I wanted to skip the protect. I wanted to skip my character.
Look out!
Yo, that's new.
This is God's judgment. What could could you hope to achieve?
Do you think modern Japanese games are superior to American ones?
I won't lose.
I feel like modern Japanese games are just another form of American ones.
I'm not out of this yet.
That's what it feels like nowadays. Okay, heal yourself.
This calls for one of these.
Stroll,
I will fight with
examine
pride.
the defenses.
Like I don't think I've watched the Game Awards, not the Game Awards, but like the Games Fest. Like every game, like I wouldn't say every Games Fest, but just the major ones, and I was just not impressed
Let's stay calm.
with like anything. Well, I was impressed with like a couple of things. Like one thing that looked interesting to me personally was Into the Unwell, and that was just pure for stylistic reasons. I gravitate to video games that are style over fidelity.
I will fight with pride.
And I feel like a lot of games, like East and West, they traded style for fidelity. I really like the, and looking back, it felt like they always were trying to go for fidelity, but the technology wasn't there yet.
I will usher you.
Because if you look at the PS3, C360 era, they all really wanted to strive for some sort of realism, but the technology just wasn't there. But that attempt for realism just gave it a certain sense of style
Now, what's
that I
the play?
really like. Like a weird layer. They understood the concept of the uncanny valley.
Hack and slash. Tougher than I thought.
Yet they used it to their advantage instead of their detriment.
More resilient than I.
But in terms of gameplay, I feel like every game is just the same game from same games of 10 years ago, just recycled. Like no one's really pushing any new like gameplay concepts. And no one's really trying to push more gameplay concepts. Like, dude, I had that. You just reminded me. I was like watching the Summer Games Fest with a friend, and I said, if like the thing that would make me really enjoy the Summer Games Fest is if they brought back the concept of demo discs, right? Because I don't know like how many people remember like the demo discs, like the PS2 demo discs, right? But you had like a whole library of demos, demos and videos, and like different articles on a physical, like on like a CD, and like you had like tons of entertainment value from that one CD. And I'm not saying if we sign up to a subscription and they would just send out CDs that you like physical stuff for you to like play, even though that would be cool for archival reasons. I think it would be really nice if there was one guy, like under one banner, everybody who is participating in that Summer Games Fest, they would send a demo, and they would have a demo compilation in one download, and within that one download, there's like a hub game, and within that hub game, you play that game to access the mini games. Just like how in the PS2 demo disc, it's pretty much a glorified DVD menu, right? It's a glorified DVD menu when you play those demo discs. But in the way that I have in my mind is you play a game that's like Banjo-Kazooie or Super Mario 64, and you go throughout the map to play certain demos, or to look at certain features, the music or articles or videos that you want to look at, that you want to like indulge in. Like that's what I would probably do to make the Summer Games Fest fun, because the Summer Games Fest is not fun to watch. It's just a curated sequence of trailers, and I'm like, that's not fun for me. I want to play a video game. I don't want to watch movies. I want to play video games. But that's what I would do. If I had like boku amounts of money and I had hella connections, I would do that. I would absolutely do that in a heartbeat. That would be Masonimus's Summer Games Fest. It will be like one big download on itch.io, and you don't have to like scroll over like, oh man, am I gonna play this demo? I'm gonna play that demo. No, one big download, and that download is a game where you play game demos or other features in it, and you're just gonna have fun. It's just straight fun from start to finish. That's it. That's all I want. That's all I want. I feel like there is so much black manga creators but zero indie game creators. It's because indie games are just
I would lose
more
nothing
difficult
by
to make.
conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching.
I think indie games are just more difficult. Well, it's just more
For the
difficult to
sake
make.
of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back.
Dude, I tried making like, I attempted to make a game for Metal Hero. It's still on Steam, the demo is still up on Steam, but I'm like, I don't even know when I'm even gonna like, make it. I had an idea to turn it into like a Sonic Gems collection, so people can just like play the comic with their control, like just like go through the comic with their controller or whatever.
Now, feel the righteous truth of sanctism.
I mean, I already put
upon your flesh.
like I already put down $100 to put it up on Steam, so I might as well do something with it.
Does this mean he's getting
Rise,
serious?
my brother.
Hang in there.
Dude, please, relax. Leave him alone. Well, Stroll isn't really that powerful. Ah, man, that would be great if I had Stroll. Actually, it would be wonderful if I had Stroll. I think I can hold out though.
It's okay. Come forth, royal soul. Freeze.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to revive Stroll, and Stroll is going to give all of us some food.
Could do with this.
That helped.
I'm obliged.
I should have pulled him back. He's gonna do a win thing.
Sanctism will reign.
Ah, dude, I should have.
Sanctism will
Please don't tell me it's over. Please don't tell me it's over. Leave him. It's over.
Stroll, they've sapped your defenses.
When is Matt coming back for just talking? We gotta stop doing just talking. I think our schedules just didn't align.
ice.
You hit their weakness.
Too early to
That's
go
your
to his
opening,
side.
Captain.
Dude, just talking was like... Yeah, that was a while ago.
I see you.
This can't be.
Right in their weak spot.
I think before... like, up until that,
warrior.
a lot of things that's
I'll cut you
happened
down.
since then.
Stay calm. The next one's yours.
Captain,
Dude, come on. Dude, that's not what I... Come on. Whatever.
I call upon royal power within. Hack and slash.
right on point.
Sanctism is
Nice
supreme.
one,
Yes.
Still stand.
Sanctism will
Oh, she's
reign.
dead. Oh, two of us are dead.
Get back on track. But this'll get ugly.
Am I locked out?
Hold on.
Is this it? Am I locked out of the game?
It's not working.
Resistance
We
is
can't attack
futile. Sanctism will reign.
Suppose this is it.
Am I just locked out of the game? Because the game doesn't... Is there a way for me to, like... buy health items? Just buy a lot of health items? Reconfigure party. Man. Valencia is just not helping anybody. This fairy is just so worthless to me. Help. Seeker. No. Can you just make one of the personas a healer? I was thinking about doing that. Right? But I haven't leveled up any of the personas to be a healer. To like have the healing magic. Let me try this again. Like, I didn't give them any, like... Okay, so... Let's see, he's down here. Yo, more, talk to me. Like... There really isn't anything? How much do we need to donate to see the newest Lego Batman? Honestly, people can just like gift. Usually, people can just like gift me the game on Steam.
I've been waiting.
But honestly, the cost of the game, and I'll just buy it. Usually, just gift it to me to save the issue, to save the trouble. I'm just that easygoing. If I don't like the game, then like wait, hold up, mage. Yeah, if I don't like the game, then I'll just stop playing the game and then move on to the next thing. Cause like if I don't like the game, and if I'm not able to drive anything like funny or entertainment out of it, then no. If anybody needs to be a healer, it gotta be Stroll. What?
I see. I see.
I think that's just the risk you have to take when donating. Yeah. Like, I try to, like, gain, like, entertainment out of as much as I can. I think the last game that I just dropped pretty early on was, like, an Atelier game. Dude, what the heck? I can't... See, this is the problem. I need my skill to be, like... I need my rank to be 3. In order to get, like, to be a healer. To use the healing class.
I see.
Like, I gotta be creative. Like this? Wait, hold up. No, wait, no, I can be a seeker.
I see. Fascinating. This right here, alright?
Alright, yep. Stroll will be a seeker.
I'm counting on you.
But are you ready for the Persona 4 remake? That's gonna be crazy.
Of course.
Fine. Yeah, I'm ready for it. Alright, let's try this.
A new ability.
Okay, so he has more strength and less... More strength and less defense. Let's see if I can, I think I like the Slicer. Heat up. Increases physical skill attack by 10. Ooh. Attack increases further if archetypes with the same lineage are present. Ooh, that's very interesting. That would be really good for, like, the other one. That's a good buff. Oh, wait, this is a passive. Yes. Let's hope that this is good. Let's hope we can do this, right?
Oh. You'll come again, won't you?
Yeah, but when I was looking at that Persona 4 remake, the first thing that came to my mind was this feels like a mod for Persona 3 Reload. And I'm and after I thought that, it was funny because I was like, oh yeah, everything comes back full circle. Because Persona 4 originally was just it was an expansion of Persona 3. Because a lot of the assets of 4 was just reused from 3. So yeah, full circle.
Let's check.
Yeah, I need this.
Now then.
All right, yeah, skip. Don't worry, we don't have to read anything. We've already seen this several times over.
Time marches on.
Oh yeah,
Age of a new king.
and I found out the reason why my PC makes this noise. Okay, so the reason why it makes that noise is because one of the fans on my graphics card is loose, and I cannot really pop it into place. It's just because it's old. So all I really have to do is get a new not get a new graphics card, which I probably should get a new one. I absolutely need a new one because this one's like 10 years old. But what I need to do,
Let's give Glodell.
whatever. Because what I need to do is just change the fans.
You dare!
Well, Reload was a really good game, so I don't mind that. Yeah. Okay, let's do this one more time.
Let's go.
One more time.
Ice.
I can't afford to. Seeker!
Okay, I guess you're just gonna attack melee. Dang it, that's... I forgot to change his equipment.
I will usher you to his
This is
side.
awful. This is awful.
Vitus power. Freeze.
Behold my power!
Got you!
I stand ready.
Let's see. I should have just passed it on.
I'm stepping back.
Alright.
Power of heroes.
Sanctism is supreme!
Take this!
Is that all?
What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him.
Ice.
Okay, doing that again.
Now, what's the play?
Opening, Captain.
Withdrawing!
You're going to be the healer, so you're gonna chill out.
Try not to worry.
Trust me.
Wow, that's some good healing right there. That's some good healing.
Behold,
Anyway,
we stand together.
magic. I absolutely need him to be that Arcana. Holy crap. I can't use it anymore. The thing that did like 400 damage, I can't use it anymore. I can't... I just can't win. I just can't win.
Nope, not this. I see you.
I feel like more and more people are getting their own cartoon series on YouTube. Well, I can't even finish my comic story. Well, it's because of clout.
Freeze.
Nothing ties a traveler down.
We about to be stuck in this battle all stream. Well, I have mostly just been talking.
Let me rethink this.
I've mostly just been talking on stream. Dude, this is gonna be awful.
What could you hope to achieve?
What can I do?
Troll, they've sapped your defenses.
Come forth, Royal Soul. Ice.
Hit their weakness.
Nothing ties a traveler down.
Okay, all power.
I shall vanquish evil.
I can heal myself, that's fair.
Not this.
This is just gonna take a little bit longer, I feel.
See you.
Right in their weak
Let's
spot.
meet. Freeze.
Damn you!
This is just gonna take a long time, unfortunately.
Seeker.
Like, I think I can get through this, it's just gonna take a long time.
I stand.
Let's do this. I would
Whatever.
He's getting serious.
rise, my brother.
Only a flesh wound.
Did you play the new Pokemon game on stream? No, I don't have any Nintendo. I don't have no Nintendo products.
Come at me.
Troll, they've sapped your defenses.
I won't hold back. Ice.
Hit their weakness. That's your opening, Captain.
Oh my gosh.
No holding
There's gotta be
back.
something.
I'll blow you away.
Witness me, brethren.
No lie, that does
I see you.
way more damage.
Hit them right in their weak spot.
Okay, I guess that's what they're gonna do.
Meet. Freeze.
Damn you!
I shall fight as the noble I am. Are you prepared? The power of wind.
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
Take this!
Yo, leave him alone, that's crazy.
Wolf badly wounded. Can anyone heal him?
Sanctism!
Oh, he's dead. Well, do we really need Troll? Do we really need him? Oh, wow, dang. Oh, shoot. This is gonna be awkward.
This should work.
Live to see another day. No holding back.
Sanctism will reign! Take this!
Captain's hurt bad.
Can't give up now.
Get him some healing.
Sanctism will reign!
Dang, you've been fighting them for 30 minutes now. Yeah, because I just don't...
Hold up.
Like, I would get through this a lot quicker if the game allowed me to buy a bunch of healing items.
Helpful as ever.
Witness me, brethren!
Let's go.
Okay, he's just adverse to just all magic.
Seeker! My power!
I'll blow you away.
I can seize my chance!
It's just gonna take a... This might not work, actually. I doubt this is gonna work. Because we're not dealing enough damage.
Please! I won't lose.
With blade in hand.
Yeah, we're just not dealing enough damage for this to work.
I see you.
Got them right
It's
in their
okay.
weak spot.
I'm all prepared.
And it does damage to all enemies. And that's bad, because it's gonna attack him. And that's gonna nullify all of my attacks. Let's see. Let's try this.
Take it.
Witness me, brethren! Seeker!
Not now.
Jeez, this is gonna
After me.
suck. Heavy light damage to one enemy.
Hold nothing back.
Let's do this.
This is gonna
Take that.
suck, dude.
Take this!
We're not gonna make it.
Sanctism will reign!
Is everyone okay? We gotta heal up.
Come at me!
We're all hurt bad. Can anyone get on healing?
Yo.
Join with me. Perhaps not this.
Got them right in their weak spot.
Okay. I gotta rethink this.
You gotta read. The next one's yours.
I'm not out of this yet.
I gotta rethink this.
Seeker.
If I'm going to survive, who am I? Well, like, everybody's kind of boned. Everybody's kind of boned already, so...
Give me your aid.
Tis yours.
I was doing a lot better.
Sanctism will
Yo, if only we had like a fourth member of the party.
Sanctism will reign!
Beaver's badly wounded. Someone heal her.
For all that we strive for. Huh.
Useless! Witness the
Dude,
power of
okay, whatever. This game wants me to lose.
Sanctism will reign!
Beaver's down. Get her back up.
What can I do?
Badly
I
wounded.
won't
Can
lose.
anyone heal him?
Seeker.
No, not
Like, his attacks do nothing.
Wasn't enough.
Okay, what can I do? What can I do? The last... I feel like I did better with the last setup. The game feels like an isekai. You mean a fantasy? Like, yeah, it is a fantasy story. Dude, okay,
What now? No,
let me change Stroll back to what he was before. It was a good idea, but it ain't working.
Please, do make yourselves comfortable.
Okay, what was he before? He was not a brawler. What do brawlers bring to the table? Perfect punch, huh? You know what? Let's try it. Whatever, we'll try it.
Fascinating. This right here.
Yeah, let's try it. We're throwing everything at the wall.
I'm counting on you.
Of course.
Everything's getting thrown at the wall.
Oh.
Right. I could get used to this.
Oh wow, everything's worse. Like, to me, your Walking Dead gameplay was the best game streams. Oh yeah, thanks.
What now?
Item. Let's see. Let's see. Brawler. Do we have anything better? No, this is just... We just gotta deal with this. Mage Winds, Mage Fire, Mage Light. Yeah. Yeah! There's nothing going on with this.
Oh.
Let's go to reality. Dude, how are we gonna beat this? Am I missing something? Am I missing, like, a way to, like, get more healing? Marvel or DC? I like DC. Marvel stories can never keep my attention.
Let's check.
I don't know, like, I really... I think it's just that saying, that old saying that, Marvel stories tend to be like men ascending to gods, while DC is more like pretty much gods trying to relate with man. Like, I remember hearing that. It's like, kind of with just Superman and Wonder Woman, I guess. But everybody else is kind of like, man.
Stop!
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch,
I just can't relate to a lot of these, like, Marvel characters. Or just none of their...
Let's do good thinking.
I don't know why. There's just something that... like, DC stories are more interesting to me.
don't forget about the petrification magic.
I feel like the superhero genre became stale. No. I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's see. Okay, okay, that's strong. At the very least. What's the synthesis? Hammer of Justice.
We'll team up.
Yes! We can do this! We can do this, dude!
I can seize my chance. Take this.
Nothing.
What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Okay, so... we gotta take this to heal everybody.
Here.
Thank you.
I owe you.
Observe the enemy.
Let me think, let me think. Should I just...
I see you.
Okay, good.
I can't afford to attack. After me.
Let my power support you.
Let's do this.
I feel like they lean more to sci-fi portion of superhero stories than giving it an ending. Wait.
What could you hope to achieve?
They like DC, yeah, Marvel lean more into sci-fi portions of superhero stories and give it an ending. Are you talking about, like, you say they? Are you talking about the superhero John? Wait. Also, welcome to the chat, Lamai. Are you talking when you say they? Do you mean like Marvel, DC, or just Marvel or DC? What are you talking about? I want to say you're talking about Marvel. I like Heart of the Shonen Jump. No other comic publishing company can capture the youth with male or hero to look up to. They should. Sorry, in general. Oh, you're talking about in general. Well, a lot of superhero stories do have an ending. You're just talking about, like, the movies. Because the movies don't really give anything a definitive ending. Because they just want to sequel bait everybody into hell.
By the sworn oath of knighthood.
Which is like, sure, I guess. And when it comes to the Shonen Jump, that's fair. But when it comes to Shonen Jump, I feel like Shonen Jump, or just the Shonen, or like the Japanese audience, it's more quantity over quality. Like everybody want to say like, ah, man, Japan produces like the best there ever is. But in reality, it is pretty much quantity over quality, because we only see the cream of the crop, and what's beneath the cream is just a lot of garbage. A lot of garbage.
I would lose nothing by for the sake of my dear.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother. Oh, you've done it.
Badly wounded.
Sanctus will reign.
Stroll can't take any more. Someone heal him.
Nah, we don't need to heal him.
I'm not out of this yet.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea.
Let's try this.
No! No! I wasn't paying attention. No!
Sanctus will reign.
Captain's hurt bad. Still fight.
Sanctus will reign.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can still.
With these fists, I strike for justice.
Who gets up next? Oh man, none of them gets up next.
No point wasting this.
Gosh,
Are you
I'm
prepared?
so upset. I ruined it.
Let's go.
What do you think of the Invincible abortion episode? That created a lot of controversy. It's kind of funny.
What can I do?
Come on, not like this. Someone help.
No, it might as well. Yo, if I get this, which I won't. Wait.
Here.
There we go.
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and
Where's my
yield to the
Deus Ex
divine
Machina?
truth of sanctism.
Come on. Someone deal a blow. What do you think about the Invincible abortion episode? Honest, it's so funny. Okay, I'll talk about that.
Are you prepared
Wait,
for the end?
pause. It's so funny how they literally did not even need to have that. That was like at the tail end of the episode too. That was so freaking funny. They did it at the tail end of the episode, and I remember when I talked to Matt about it. I'm ready to clip or whatever. At the tail end of the episode, they literally did not need to do that. It's so freaking funny how they did that, just because I know a part of me feels like Kirkman wants to rage bait people who like his stuff. He just wants to like engagement farm, because I know he knows that wasn't a good idea, and he added that for no real reason. And if he actually thought about that like a real writer, Adam Eve has a whole network of support support for the child if she becomes a single mother, right? But he did that because I know he wanted to rage bait. I did that because I know he wants to attract a certain audience that would combat the audience that probably would like the comics from the original run, right? It's one of those things where Kirkman is now like hanging with new people, and he wants to impress. He wants to make new friends, so he wants to change his work to impress, to accommodate for his new group of friends his new group of Hollywood friends. That's what it felt like to me. It didn't feel like something that he wrote because he actually cares or actually believes, or maybe he does. I don't know the guy, right? Maybe he does care. Maybe he does think adding that abortion scene was such an important part of Adam Eve's character. But I want to say, but that just gives into the idea of just normalization. He went, like, quote unquote, G-Force says, quote unquote, he went Hollywood. Yeah, basically. He just went Hollywood. And when you go Hollywood, you do things to have Hollywood friends. And the funny thing is, that reminds me, if anybody who's been on Twitter for any given amount of time, I will never forget how utterly gay that phrase, animation is cinema, was during my time trying to follow the art crowd of on Twitter. Wasn't that in the original comic? I don't know. I don't really know. I haven't read the comic, but just okay. So if that was in the original comic, then I'm probably missing some context, right? If it wasn't in the original comic, then everything I said stayed. Because I haven't read the comic. If that was in the original comic, it wasn't. He changed it. Okay, cool. So my original idea stays, right? So it's just normalization. I remember I was talking with my friend saying that that part was like so unneeded, and my friend was so ready to have like an abortion conversation, even though I just said this part served no point. It served nothing to the plot, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's right." Because I'm like, the whole back and forth encounter was so weird because I said, Adam Eve having an abortion, it served nothing for the plot. It was just normalization of abortion. It was just abortion propaganda. Abortion normalization propaganda. That served nothing for the overall story. And then he thought that I wanted to have another abortion a moral thing debate, right? Or is abortion should be normalized? Which is like, I know his position of it. I really don't care. It's just like, I do care about abortion, right? But it's literally one of those things that people do. People do it because it's available. And it's like normalized now. It's pretty much normalized, it's available. And because the powers that be makes it, they want it to be normalized and available. So I'm like, it is what it is. That just has to be changed. And it's not gonna be like through some grassroots things. It just can't be grassroots. But however, I feel like the episode was good, but like that scene was just a slap in the face, and it didn't need to be there. And also just ruined the likability of Adam Eve, like 100%. I'm like, if someone wants to like attribute things that happen to reality onto this fictional character, no, you're being stupid. You're being dumb. Adam Eve has 2 parents that loves her. She has Cecil that has like all of the funds, has the funds of the entire like global military, like American military, spending trillions of dollars every time he teleports. She got like the entire team. Like she probably doesn't. She can have like the entire team at her disposal. Like what was it, the global force, the American Force 5, whatever it's called. She has a network of people to look after one kid. So the fact that she just did it, like she had nowhere else to go. Like, are you like, that's funny. Kirkman, you're funny. You go Holly. Like, you know what, Kirkman, you're funny. And this is, and like seeing people like defend that kind of stuff, I'm like, yeah, I'm like, who cares? You know what? Who cares? Like, this is, people just want Cocomelon. People just want to be entertained. It really doesn't matter if what people watch is good. It just has to be entertaining enough for people to just sit down, eat their popcorn, and just let the TV, let the one-sided mirror think for them. It's very blackpilling, but the fact that people do like it, the fact that people do like, no, not do like it, the fact that people do hate it, I'm like, okay, that's cool. That gives some hope. But the people who's just advocating for it, they're not real people. I don't think they have their own thoughts. I don't think they have their own thoughts. I'm not convinced that they have their own thoughts. And if they do, they should not be listened to. Period. Why does Hollywood spend so much money in trying to propagandize Americans? To make people not have a sense of who they are. Because if you don't have a sense of who you are, you're going to have other people tell you who you are. I remember I told this to my friend. Same thing when it comes to the internet. If you don't know who you are, you have a lot of people, anonymous people on the internet, who is so willing to tell you who you are. If you do not have a strong foundation of yourself, other people will tell you who you are. And the whole reason of why Hollywood is trying to propagandize Americans, they're trying to degrade the American identity. So Americans will not understand who they are, what their values are, what is their culture. And once they can do that, once Hollywood does that, they can say, okay, this is Hollywood now. These are your values. Oh, we want to do X, Y, and Z. Your government wants to do X, Y, and Z. This is okay. Here's why it's okay. Or if you don't like it, here's like a pressure valve telling you, hey, this is uncool. So you'll buy the product while we'll act like Lex Luthor. We'll sell you the solution. It will we'll sell you the problem. What was it? What was that thing? We'll make a problem, sell you the solution, and with that profit, we're just going to use those funds to propagate or to make more of what you don't like. So you will continue continue this factory of buying the slop, of just buying these empty solutions. That's why Hollywood propagandizes such degeneracy to people, because it's made for people to lose their own sense of identity, to lose the sense of importance.
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
It's like, oh, you're politician, like, just like the boys. Oh, your politicians or everybody who has power in America's evil and corrupt. Oh, well, look at these guys. Like, oh yeah, they kill politicians, but we're never gonna really give you the actual solutions to your problems. I think social media should ban teenagers. I remember the creator of JJK saying he doesn't use the internet to avoid arguing with teenagers. I relate to that. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I just think I think a lot less people should have access to the internet. A lot less people. I'm not saying like even like a read-only access to the internet, just access to the internet in general. Because we're not, like, I remember like in the days of like the new atheists of 2010s, people think that we lived in a highly advanced society. We know more. We are smarter than our ancestors. Just because we have access to statistics, they equate that with as if we know what those statistics mean, right? Just because we know more doesn't mean we're smarter. Doesn't mean we're more intelligent than our ancestors. Just because we're inundated with all this information doesn't make us any better. It just makes us know more. We don't turn that knowledge into wisdom. And I think debate culture is the perfect example of that. Debate culture is the perfect example of that. Where it's just a glorified humiliation ritual as going from a straight stream of conscious. Because I was watching this whole video talking about how people debate not for knowledge, but for domination. It's like a form of manipulation. It's a form of witchcraft, of converting people's energy, time, and genuine zeal and passion for a specific topic, and turn it into commodity, turn it into like profit, and then you just put yourself in a round. Also, when you look at any debate, just looking at the comments, nobody even can even conceptualize anything that anybody says. They just choose who's the winner based on if they like them or not. So it's over. So less people should be around the internet. Less people, like, the internet should like blow up tomorrow. I'd probably be like off worse without the internet for a short time, but I'd probably be like better in the long time. Like, I think if someone threw a magnet in like Google servers and the internet server, or like Amazon servers tomorrow, like, the nature would heal. Nature would absolutely heal. She confesses in 1879 after seeing the immortal and duplicate kids, feeling guilt. Oh, okay. Oh, so that's like way after. So that's like way after. So after we see like when everyone has their kid arc, when everyone's having their children. The fact that she said that like when she did in the show, it was kind of weird. It was very weird. Because I have been looking at some Invincible shorts, because they just showed up on my YouTube shorts, and I do know there was a period of time where everybody was having kids. I think okay, yeah, I already said that. Let's not talk about The Boys finale.
This is a waste of my time.
No, I didn't watch the finale.
So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
I didn't watch the finale. I think I didn't watch the last season, actually. I think the season before the last, I was like, I'm done. I don't care. I mean, I watched as long as I did because I was discussing it with my friend. I was discussing it with Matt.
Finally, he took the hint.
But after that, I was like, I don't care.
Hey, get down here. What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly.
That forehead is
for my
crazy.
liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me?
Atlas loves
Juno the
gigantic
songstress in
foreheads.
the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur.
You tried, wait. Might have Haru be real? Well, no, it's just her bright color palette. That makes me think, but nah, no, she has that headband that's covering it. Haru just like lets it all shine. She just lets her gigantic billboard, her freaking gigantic billboard of her forehead, revealed to the entire world. She at least tries to cover it. You talk about how you want to impact American culture. What change do you want? Do you think you will bring? Well, I want more people to be more receptive of the gospel, and mostly that's my main thing. I want more people to be receptive of the gospel. That's my main thing. I want everybody to be like, "Yep, Jesus Christ is Lord. It makes sense to be Christian," and through that, it is naturally the world will get better because the world has gone better through the Christian message. No matter what anybody is trying to tell you, that's just lie. That's just a cope. A lie and a cope. I want American culture to be synonymous with Christian culture. That's what I want. Synonymous with Christianity. An American form of Christianity. That entails what is the American culture. Whatever American culture is, I want it to fundamentally be Christian. I don't want this lie of religious, this lie of religious, not accept. I'm trying to find the right word. It's not acceptance, but equalism. Like saying that all, like when you go to America, they think freedom of religion means freedom of being Christian or Muslim or Jewish or Buddhism or Buddhist. Like, no. Freedom of religion is freedom of, like, if you look back, I remember hearing, like, if you look back what they meant by religion, they just meant Christianity specific. And they understood the denominations of Christianity. So, you have the freedom of choose your denomination of Christianity. That's your religion. That's your freedom of religion. I think it'll be hard because the West abandoned Christianity. I mean... I think it's been asked. That's been a culture thing. I think, I'm not saying, like, you're wrong. There are mosques, synagogues, Hindu temples, and churches instead of churches being built. I feel like a lot of that is mostly because of the loss of the Western identity. That's because, like, that's what I said earlier. It ties back to the loss of Western identity. Because people didn't choose. Because, like, people didn't choose to become Buddhist or Muslim. Muslims are just coming in. That's like the difference. It would be one thing if if like the West was adopting Islam or adopting Buddhism or Hinduism or whatever. No, they've just been atheists because everything in culture, in like the Western culture, has been promoting like secularism, degeneracy, like just general secularism. Like everything about the Western culture that used to be overtly Christian has been like defanged. It's not that Westerners chose to be less religious. It's because the powers that be, who are in charge of culture, defanged Christianity. And the people, like the leaders forsake God, and the people follow their leaders. And that's pretty much what happened. Because nowadays the West used to promote churches, colonize the third world, and now they use LGBT capitalism and liberal democracy. Yeah, they just switched from one god to another. Because before the West promote churches to colonize the third world, I see that. Okay, that's a double one. And not only that, since they people want to say, oh man, you've got to do something new. Well, if you look at the history of Christianity, it's like that. There are times where there are less Christians, and then there's time of a Christian boom. It's like a cycle. Well, in the first century, there was less Christians because they were getting murked left and right until it became the state religion, and that's when everybody became Christian, and that's when everybody became Christian, and then through that there was a lot of flourishing of the Christian ideals. They changed their God. Damn, I never thought of it that way. Yeah, one thing that you cannot separate from humans is the connection to the spiritual, to the higher purpose. I feel like that's one of the important things of being made in the image of God, is to having that understanding or have that connection to the spiritual, of the spiritual, right? So if we just change that to change LGBT to capitalism, liberal economy, to let's focus on Christ again. Let's focus on Christ. Let's focus on strengthening our people, and then through that we will understand what is best for our people, for our land, for the nation, and for the world. What's good for yourself, your family, your neighborhood, your nation, then the world. And not only that, it historically tracks.
Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
And people want to be like, oh yeah, well, Japan's Buddhist, and I'm like, you don't know the history of Japan, of the Christian history of Japan. There were several times where there were people in political influence who wanted Japan to be Christianized. But every time Japan was so close to being Christianized, it just didn't happen because it's not part of their culture. It literally boils down to, it's just not part of their history. I remember there was one video that I watched that talked about the Christian history in Japan, and the reason why I just didn't go, because historically it's just been subjugated. The shoguns would always persecute the Christians to a point where there's a Christian sect in Japan where, I'm not talking about the one that they believe Jesus went to Japan after he was on the cross, but because during the Christian persecution they were literally separated from the priests that would usually tell them how the religion worked. This was during the time of isolation, but since those Christians were isolated from the only people that could tell them how Christianity worked and how to translate the Christian message, because there was concepts in Christianity that doesn't equate equally to the Japanese language. They constantly had to like communicate to express what the Christian message of the gospel was. But since they were cut off, the Japanese people only had to go off of what they knew, and that formed like a separate cult of Christianity that kind of didn't have everything, but they had that zeal for Christ from their understanding of Christ. Jutsu was an Onmyo, I think, who was Catholic in Japan. Yeah, okay. Okay. I think in the Western entertainment industry is anti-Christian though. It's Jewish. Specifically, it's Jewish. It's not enough to say it's anti-Christian. It's specifically Jewish. And Jews hate Christ. The Jewish rabbinic Judaism hates Christ.
Consider me chastened and shewed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
Like Buddhists, they don't have a problem with Christ. Muslims, they don't have a problem with Christ. Rabbinic Jews, yeah, they do. And they are the overrepresented in media, and like just media in general. Movies, music, movies, music, just entertainment in general. Banking. They control the money. They control the propaganda. And they are the one. And if you are a part of a religion or ethnic group religion that is anti-Christ, then it is beholden upon to you to use that influence to make the people who are who understood the light of Christ, basically outing himself as a Jew hater. I'm not. Yo, pause. I didn't say those words. Dang. I didn't say those words. Also, I'm not popular, so nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm not popular. Nothing's gonna happen to me, so. But pause.
You bested Godot.
Was Onmyo was clearly, I think, I swapped him by accident. Domino was like Marquise, I think. Okay.
So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Also, I didn't even say anything bad about Jews. I just said like they just are powerful. I just did. I didn't say anything bad about it. And I'm just saying, if anybody has anything to gain from the demolition of a Christian identity, it's them, because they're the only ones who just overtly hate Christ. I was just kidding, LOL. But I think a lot of Catholic help and support Israel. So why would they hate Christ? I think a lot of Catholics help and support Israel, so I don't think why they. So why are you asking why do Jewish people hate Christ? Well, I'm trying to find a good way to put it, because like there's several ways that you can go about it. One way of going about it, because rabbinic Jews, they don't like Christ, because Christ literally was the guy that called their rabbis like whitewashed tombs. So, like they call themselves whitewashed tombs vipers. When Jesus came down, he said the rabbis, they followed the letter of the law instead of the word of the law, saying that they don't understand why they are following the book. They are following these laws that God gave into them. Like they are saying that they worship in vain. And if you're a rabbinic Jew, that's a huge no-no. That is like a huge no-no. And Christ the Messiah, Jesus, the Messiah, that was like his main thing, to reconnect people to God, the Father. And he said, these people, these rabbinic Jews, they missed the mark. And woe be unto them, for they have communed with God. And they missed the mark so much that they influenced the Romans to crucify Christ. And people say, oh yeah, they killed Jesus, so did the Romans. But the Romans ended up becoming Catholics. They repented. And the rabbinic Jews, and like the Jews at the time, they became rabbinic Jews. They have not repented. If anything, they rejoice. And the reason why you see a lot of Catholics working with them, I think that's like a pretty much a hard issue, because I know the Pope is not really okay with what's going on in Israel. And I think that's like just I think that's just them doing what they do and just manipulating people to do their bidding, to create the land of Israel. To put that super simply.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore.
So yeah, you're to very simply put why Catholics are following, why you see a lot of Catholics, they're just being misled.
I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh?
That's why he's
Yes,
moving like
those are
that.
Quality parts and no mistake. Luis really shells out for his own.
A man really loves his craft.
Can't be serious. She is Juno, the kingdom's greatest singer, the dulcet diva. Oh, this is preposterous. Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake
Dude,
her hand?
I just got here. I don't know who any of this is, or what any of this
On
is.
behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
I'm impressed of how successful the Jews are, only being like 2% of the population, but highly influential. I wish black people did the same. I think what made Jews really successful is, well, being in charge of the money really helps in central banking. That helps. Historically, being money changers really pretty much helped them. I don't like. Also, fighting for the right to be white in America, that helps a lot. That helped a lot. Like, let's see. The reason why Jews have been so successful is because they have, for the majority of history, they have been the middlemen. They have been the middleman race. When two races didn't want to engage with each other, they usually would go to the Jews, and the Jews would be the money changers. They would have they would profit the most out of transactions. Yeah, they can pass as white. We were a mess from the get-go. Pass as white. My brother, they are. Like, any white supremacists to tell you that Jews aren't white, like, yeah, they kind of... You don't like them, but yeah, they kind of are. Like, I was like that too. I was like, no, Jews aren't white. It's like... the way that they move, they aren't white. But like, not only that, white is just a legal term. It's literally just a legal term. It has, like, what informed my view of race was literally the Bacon Rebellion that happened before the establishment of America, right? There was that inspired like the Negro laws. Well, what basically happened is this cat named this wealthy aristocratic cat that was part of the 13 colonies called Nathaniel Bacon, and he wanted land. The British government was like, we wanted land from the Native Americans, but the English government was like, no, we're not taking these land just yet. We're gonna be strategic about it. But he was like, okay, if we're not gonna do it now, I'm gonna get these Irish and these blacks to like we gotta get these Irish farmers and these black people, just anybody who's not like aristocrat, to take land by force. They did it. They called the Bacon Rebellion, but it died like after 2 weeks because he got like deathly ill from So what the British government did, and as retaliation, they created like slave laws, the black codes that separates people from white and black. This was before the time of America. So all the founding fathers were born after the slave codes were initiated. And I think after that was just like culture that was passed down by the British government. And that also informed the foundation of what constitutes as an American, which is like a freed white man of what was it? It was like a freed white man of good character. Freed white man of moral character. Something like that. So what constituted as white, it literally changes. It depends on it's literally just a legal term. So I wouldn't say it has nothing to do with your genetic makeup. But it is kind of helps, but at the end of the day, it is a legal term. To me, Arabs, Hispanics, and Jews are white or Caucasian. That's like how Ethiopians, Dominicans, mixed race in Nigeria. Oh yeah, like honestly, the only thing that race matters is only for the FBI. And like prison statistics, because in prison statistics you're either black, white, Asian, or Native American. That's it. Like we don't use race today. Like it's like other than that, like race is kind of dead. Today in Mason, I learned how I became a white supremacist in the game to hate everyone else. True. Prison statistics.
A real living one. Where did you?
Yeah, because prison, like those are the only fields that uses race anymore.
Hey, up there.
Hispanic? Yeah, Hispanics count as white. Through prison statistics. Doesn't unemployment use it by DEI? Yeah.
He's actually finished it.
But freedom of association is illegal, so it's only... Yeah. Like, yeah, I guess white, like races only exist if you're the government. To do certain things. To do specific things.
I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask...
Like, race is only real for the government. But that's only to impose specific things. Specific actions. But like on a civilian level, I mean, we can't do anything with that. I guess we can choose who to be around with, I guess. Like if somebody sees like a group of black people or a group of white people or a group of Mexicans, they are allowed to be like, oh yeah, those are blacks, Hispanics, and whites. I would choose to interact with them. I feel like race became more irrelevant with the internet. Everyone indulge in their own cultures nowadays. Not on my circle of the internet. Not on my circle of the internet. Oh my gosh. I remember everybody would say like, yo, let's get back to the 90s. Like that was, it's like, in like, wasn't the 90s the era of the Million Man March? And the time of Rodney King? like was the 90s so racist? Oh yeah, and like the OJ trial was the, like, why do people always go back to the 90s as a racially homogenous time, right? like I guess it's just it really depends on like what part of the internet you're on.
We're your supporters.
Man, this is gonna be a really tough one to this is gonna be a really tough stream to clip, right? Because Gemini is gonna be like, wow, that's too spicy. Wow, you can't really say that. Wow, that's gonna get you banned.
Hence your retaliation against Godot, then.
Media was more sanitized in the 90s. Nowadays it's a free-for-all. Yeah.
He's also a candidate, though his name doesn't carry any weight.
One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
He's always asking why I became a candidate. How should I respond? To save the prince. Love you.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Rip my TikTok account. It'll get banned the first day. Ooh, real.
However, my immediate needs are met in terms of sword hands.
I think you should not post it.
Oh, come now.
Real.
Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why?
We have Riz.
I saw them use magic without igniters.
Miss Forehead over there says we have Riz.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luke.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything.
Let's talk about something less controversial. I love talking about controversial stuff, but okay. What do you think about Ben 10 reboot? Every time I see another Ben 10 reboot, I think, man, I wish I was Man of Action. Man of Action just struck gold. Every time I see another Ben 10 reboot, I'm like, man, I'm so happy for those guys at Man of Action. Like that's like a one-in-a-lifetime type of deal that they have. Like, I don't even think about the property anymore. Like, period. Like, I was never really a big Ben 10 guy. I'm more of like a behind-the-scenes type of guy, but every time I see another Ben 10 thing, I'm like, I wish I had what Man of Action had. They really struck gold. They really struck gold, dog. Cartoon Network really struck gold. Because Man of Action is like at that point where I'm sure like a lot of American comics, a lot of people in American comics, they want to find themselves in. Like, people, like there's not a lot of people in the space in like entertainment that did what that is doing what Man of Action is doing, and as long as they've been doing it, right? I would say Robert Kirkman, but like, oh man, well, yeah, I guess Kirkman has been doing it since like The Walking Dead, and that was like the biggest splash. But if you were active in the early 2000s, you'd be in the same spot. Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, if I was active like during the 90s to early 2000s, then yes. Because in the 90s, they were like giving, oh my gosh, dog. Like they were giving out like animation deals like candy back in the 90s. Like to literally anybody. What's the thing? Jonan Vasquez is like the biggest example of a guy who was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna make a comic called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac. And then some executives at Nickelodeon was like, yo, you want a cartoon? And made it Vader Zim. Like, yo, what? Yo. What? They don't do that no more. They don't really do that anymore. The only people that have that position to do that would be what? Anybody in Sat AM, right? Anybody in the Sat AM lineup, right? Or Corey Kenshin, or Eric July, or like Dog Nigan. Like if this scene was so much different, and like the guy who makes Dog Nigan, right? Like any of these people, right? They would have a network, like freaking like running up to them, bowing down to them like a Japanese salaryman, and saying, please give us your idea so we can animate it. License your idea to us so we can make bank. But we don't live in that world anymore. We just don't. They were really greenlighting every pitch, LMAO. I think they needed content so bad. Ed and Eddie. I don't know about the story of Ed and Eddie, but all I know, like how the Ed and Eddie came up, I just know the deal that Danny Antonucci had with Cartoon Network to make Ed and Eddie was just so unprecedented. It was like, not a lot of people do that. Usually, it's just not a lot of people was able to do what he was able to do. With like I think it was like AKA Studios. I think Cartoon Network would be like, hey, we will put this through our studios. And Danny Antonucci was like, no, I already got people. Let me do it through my people, alright? And then Cartoon Network was like, aight, dog, go off. And bam, 6 seasons in the movie.
Come on, Hector.
Let's Go Metal Hero be fire afternoon show. Dude, I made Let's Go Metal Hero because I was watching shows like Superman the Animated Series. I was like in a non-stop DC animated universe binge. I was like nothing but watching that because I was in that phase at the time. And dude, like I wanted to make something when I brought Matt on. I wanted to make something more kind of like I'm trying to find a good comparison, right? I wanted to tell like something akin to like an Astro Boy, like a story that talks about what it means to be human, like a robot trying to figure out what it means to be a human through the lens of a boy and a girl, of like two kids that doesn't really understand what it means to be fully human themselves, right? That was like the initial idea of Let's Go Metal Hero. But when I brought Matt on, it was like Matt just brought a whole different vibe of I want this. Like he projected himself onto Malik so much, it just became its own cool thing. Where like it just reminded me of how you don't see kids like with that attitude since the first run of Ben 10. I thought Let's Go Metal Hero took inspiration for Robotomy on Cartoon Network. Robotomy is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's cool, but I don't. I can actually see that. But like, especially like at the last chapter of Metal Hero, I haven't inked it. I've already storyboarded it. But like the last chapter, the final fight, it does feel like something straight out of like Robotomy. It doesn't. Like I was referencing like my inspiration for like the last chapter, which I've storyboarded. It's kind of like the 7-page Muda from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but as I storyboarded it out, looking back, it does look like something made out of Robotomy, because it's literally just the Metal Hero taking like the villain He's like ripping the villain's arms off and started beating him with it. And just like like some real gruesome stuff you would see in Samurai Jack or something like that. It's like stuff that, like, when you think about it, it was like, wow, if this was a human, it would just get like a straight up R rating. But since it's happening to robots, it doesn't matter.
Right then. That could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect.
Oh,
with
I wrote
Luis
Robot Boy.
early.
Oh, Robot Boy. Robot Boy. Okay. I don't know, right? This is why I can't read, alright?
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Okay, yeah.
At the very least, Luis knows our faces.
No,
What
yeah.
to do now is avoid screwing it up.
I wanna say robot. I wanna say like oh, robot boy. Actually, Robot Boy. When you said Robot Boy, I was thinking about Astro Boy. But yeah, Robot Boy. That's not a bad comparison, actually. That's not a bad comparison. Like, if I wanted to do an elevator pitch, like, it would be like Robot Boy meets Ben 10. Because he found Metal Hero, like he found Metal Hero, like, by happenstance, like Ben 10. And he's basically this...
He wants to see our power, does he?
This robot's guardian.
Let's find Heisman.
Or vice
Bring him to
versa,
justice
just like with Robot
and show
Boy.
the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
And there is a force that wants the robot, just like in Robot Boy, like with
As
Professor
the shocking
Kamikaze.
birds return to their nests, and the darkness claims its dominion. The Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose.
But the things that I want to say in like Metal Hero just evolved to be its own thing.
Just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
I think I think the main thing that separates like what I want to do with Metal Hero with everything else, I wanted like every book to focus on. At first, I wanted to focus on different women in a boy's life, in a man's life. Like book 1 would be like his sister, like the first woman the boy's probably gonna see is I was thinking like either his mom or his sister, but I just dealt with like the sister, right? I wanted book 2 to focus on like a girlfriend. It's not his girlfriend, but it's a girlfriend, right? And like the third book would be adulthood. Would probably be like, well, it's more of it ends with his adolescence. In his adolescence, it's more like coming to terms like what is going to be his relationship with his mom. Because I don't think people like talk about that a lot. Of like when you're growing into a person, what are your parents to you when you're growing into your own person, right? And there was like an extra book, and like I wanted to write like an extra book that was like a collab, like with Matt. Well, all of Metal Heroes with Matt, right? And I wanted like one book to be like a collaboration with Just a Reaper, and that was to show Malik in his adulthood. While show Malik what's he's doing in his adulthood, while tying it into what's going on in Just a Reaper at that point. You really was born in the worst timing. You were meant to be a legendary cartoon showrunner, but born in Gen Z. It's not. Oh, you know what? I gotta. Man, people say that now is the time that most people can make the most amount of money, and I'm like, dang, I wish that was true.
Did you hear that?
I wish that was true.
The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him.
For me, specifically. I have not seen a comic creator that has tried as many things as I have. I wish that phrase of "we live in the time to make them where we have the most amount of opportunity to make money, the most amount of money." Man, I wish that was true for me.
Hey, Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well.
Yeah, just what I one more.
Could say that. It's
Yo.
the runner, you see.
Anybody who tells me one more, yeah, you probably seen it. You've seen it. Anyone who tells me one more one more video, I got one more bullet for them. I got one. Yo, dog, I got one more bullet for you.
I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a ballet apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany. Like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
I think the only thing that I'm not doing that like a lot of people within my on YouTube would do is probably like go out and be in like cultural hubs and just network. But I don't know how to network. You know what I mean? I'm like people. I remember when I was like selling my stuff in like comic book flea and farmers markets. People would be like, "Yo, you would go crazy in Florida. You would go crazy in New York. You would go X, Y, and Z." And I'm like, okay, let's say I like take a plane to New York or Florida. What am I doing there? What am I doing? Keep putting out your content, trust me. Mason reach for the Glock, yeah. Like, what am I doing when I'm going to Florida or New York? Do I just like be like, what's going on?
Oh,
Let's be real here.
They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding.
Like, I took a plane to go to DreamCon, try to get connected, tried networking, and I ended up liking everybody less. There was a handful of cool people. I absolutely love everybody who bought Just a Reaper for $40. You are the greatest people. Like, any people who yo. Anybody, I was like selling like Just a Reaper books, comics for $40. The people who bought Just a Reaper for $40, like, there is nothing like I have nothing bad to say about to you. I have nothing bad to say to you. Because you, like, those people who bought Just a Reaper for $40, they are single-handedly the people that I wholeheartedly believe that they want me and Matt to succeed in this space. They are the people, like, if anybody who says that I want you to succeed, I trust them. And I feel like I owe it to them to succeed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I signed those books, so I gotta make those signatures mean something. You know what I'm saying? I have to make those signatures mean something. The Mutant Ninja Turtle creators are the most inspiring come-up story for me. But it's impossible to do that now. Dude.
Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work.
That Matt
has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort.
That Matt's several T videos about the Ninja Turtles was so cool. It was so good. It was just so good. The fact that they were selling like the thing that will always get me is that they were selling their comic books for like 50 cents. Over like, yeah, they're selling their comic books for like, they're like 40-page comics for like 50 cents. Which was like, what? Like the equivalent to like $5 at the time, but when they were trying to sell it to like comic book shops, those comic book shops sold it for like the equivalent for $50 or something like that. Like they were selling gangbusters. It was just so, it was like such a cool thing to hear. And the fact that what really put them off the ground was the fact that they got in touch with toy manufacturers. And that's what I'm telling, that reminded me when I was like telling everybody, when I was like really heavy in the indie comic space, was that merchandise was pretty good, was really good. It was a good avenue to get into. But the problem is, everybody can make merchandise, but we're not even in toy sales. We're not even like in toy shows. And not only that, toy shelves don't even mean the exact same thing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, toy shelves don't really mean anything anymore. Like, the whole industry of entertainment just lives and dies off of merchandise alone. And how you can get people to buy that said merchandise is unfortunately a mystery to me. Unless you already have clout. And when you have clout, then, dude, you can literally sell soap. It really doesn't matter. People will just buy anything with your name on it.
But somehow, that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
No, wait. Why did it do that? Why did it do that? Why did it skip? I didn't press anything.
Once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
It's easier to be an animator than a cartoonist in 2016. No. No, it was never easy. It was never easy. No. The way that people back in the day got it big being animators, they were making parody cartoons. They're making parody cartoons. If you want to be big as an animator now, you make parody cartoons. You want to be good as a cartoonist now? That's hard. I really can't help you. I can't help you over there. But the name of the game back then was making parody cartoons of video games. That's how a lot of people, your favorites from Newgrounds, that's how they got their start. And people have not changed. And I think the name of the game now, I don't know, as an artist, as long as you want to, leech off the popularity of other people, like draw Mr. Beat, well, people don't care about him anymore, like draw IShowSpeed, or just popular streamers nowadays, trying to leech off of their audience. Yeah, that's how you do it, make it as a cartoonist. Just freaking, just steal other people's audience. Thing is, nobody wants to do that anymore. Everybody wants to showcase their own personality through their own works, and the audience don't want that because that's foreign, that's unfamiliar, and they don't want that. People just want what is comfortable for them.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
So, live streaming and clip farming is a good avenue to get people comfortable to notice what kind of person you are. That's one way to do it. For the cartoonist, I keep voice cracking because my throat is, I'm sore. My throat is hoarse. I feel like every failed cartoonist does porn on Twitter nowadays. That is what I really want. It goes back to what I was talking about. If I was a dictator, my knee-jerk reaction is like ban porn. But honestly, it's there. It's because there's a market for it. It's for a market for it, and there's too much incentive. There's too much incentive to do that. It's like, it's easy to be like, oh man, you're like, it sucks to see. It's like, it's easy to blame the artist, or just to say, yo, man, you can use your talent for good. And it's like, most likely they probably tried. Well, no, actually no, I'm projecting, right? It's more like people don't care. And Porta's like, wow, Mason, what did I do to you? Porta's like, yeah, he said, what did I do to you? I mostly hate that people consider it art. Or a term of free speech. I hate it so much because people associate with free speech. It's not. They think it's art. It's not. It's an insult to call it art.
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are.
I even saw this guy, Coffee Comics. he used to review manga, but now all he does is get mad. The space feels so limited now. Ah, man. Ah, that guy. Ah, that guy. Ah, that guy. Ah, that. I don't think I can ever hate him. I can never. You can never get me to hate that. Well, at a time I did hate him, but now I'm like, I can't hate him. I can never hate him. I would never interact with him ever again, but I can't hate him. I can't hate him. And I say that because when I watched him, I really feel his anger, his frustration towards the media. And it is depressing. It is absolutely depressing. So I can't get mad at a guy who just hates how things are. Dan, did they say he will never succeed? Kind of. Yeah, I told him my goal, and he said like I remember I told him my goal, and he said something along the lines of, "You have to be realistic." He told me to be realistic. I said like I wanted to, my game plan of streaming to get audiences to care about my comics, and through the comics I'll find ways of monetizing through the comics and live streaming. I can find a way to monetize the comics. And not just the comics, but find different ways to make different ways outside of comics to advertise it, like the stuff like merchandising, or like the videos I tried, or my plan of live streaming of donations and sponsorships that every YouTuber does. I wanted to incorporate that within the comics, within like getting people to read, like having a viewer base, so I can monetize off of it in different ways. And he told me, yo, be realistic. Like, that's, like, having dreams are good, but you have to be realistic. And I remember when he told me that, I was like, okay, I don't have anything to learn from you anymore. Oh, yeah, I saw you were getting, how you explained you were getting, oh, yeah, that was during my, arc, when I was, uploading, like, 8 times a day. I was uploading like 8 shorts a day. It sounds like a lot of, but really it's just like an hour or 2 of prep work and then just like letting it go. I saw a video where you explained you gained hundreds of new subscribers, and basically you said your channel still had low views. You were so excited to share at first. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was like, I was doing that, and I was like, oh wow. I was too zealous. That was like during the time where I really, really wanted to share as much knowledge as I can. I wanted as much people to try out what I was doing, so we can all learn and study off of each other, so we can all understand how more people can make it within the internet space. Right? Because like I was saying, what I was doing, I was like, hey, I have all my comics. This is how I transfer it into videos, and with those videos, I can do like all these different types of things with it. And when I was doing this, YouTube was rewarding me with these many people, with all these subscribers, right? And I said, if I was doing that, maybe we can all probably like add up the sum of our subscribers and probably make a network for that. That was my intention. That's what I wanted more people to do. That's why I was sharing it. And he was like, well, you're not big. Like it really was like, when I was talking to him, it really felt like he was moving the goalpost. Where it was, you either, we can't listen to you because you don't have the superficial numbers. And even if you do have the superficial numbers, you can look at what, not Alice Mark, but, with, what was the other guy, the Saturday AM guy, White Manga. But if you look at a guy with the superficial numbers like White Manga, he said that nobody's buying his comics. And that he's not producing as much, or you're not producing whatever. If you had 10,000 viewers, he'd still be, he'd be talking different to you. Yeah. Yeah. Because listen. I'm not gonna. I don't say that as like, yeah, he's stupid. I'm saying like, yeah, I understand. Because that's how human nature works. That's why everybody wants 1 million subscribers. It's vanity numbers. People want the vanity numbers because that signals to the brain that I can trust this person. That I can trust whatever he has to say. Because from the jump, like, he has no like, I'm just another guy on the internet trying to make comics just like him. He has no reason to trust me. But if I had those vanity numbers, then you'd be like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. I remember, oh man, I wish. I remember I stopped listening to him, well, after the 3rd interview. But after that, I'm like, I don't hate him. I don't think I can ever hate him. I just don't listen to him. At all. You could be saying the same thing if you had 100 live viewers and people would still be calling you a genius. No, here's the thing. When I was at Comic Cons and when I talked to people in person about like the game, the strategy, they call me geniuses. They call me a genius. They say that I'm smart. They say that I am bound to succeed. Like everybody, like even a lot of people, even like you're not the first person who told me that on stream. You're not gonna be the last, but I had people in person tell me that, and on live stream. People tell me that I am bound to succeed because of my charisma. I have talent. I can draw well. I can write well. I have ethic. I have a work ethic. I am bound to succeed. But here I am. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Right?
That old fellow only showed me his find once. But even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning.
It's like, yeah, so I remember, I remember, like, when I stopped listening to him, I remember I was slighted when, I forgot what I said in specific, because I remember I said it first. I said, like, I said one piece of advice first, right? It had something to do with, I forgot what it was. So take it with a grain of salt, since I don't remember what it was. I just remember the emotion that I felt. I remember I said I brought up an idea first in a live stream that we had, a conversation that we had, a podcast episode that we had, and then here comes somebody else, somebody who had more credentials than I had. I forgot his name, but he had more credentials. And then on later interviews, he quoted the guy with the credentials instead of me. I remember when I was like listening to the podcast when he said something, when he said that he was talking with the guy with credentials. I was like, yo, that's what I've been saying. And then like later interviews, he was just quoting the guy with the credentials instead of hearing it from me first. Maybe, granted, he probably just remembered it because it was coming from a guy with credentials. And who knows, when he talks to me, it's probably in one ear and out the other. But what appealed you to watch Coffee Comics in the first place? Frustration.
After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius.
Frustration. That is the only reason. Because when I learn more, every time I learn more, everything that I think it was mostly because like the theory of why I don't want to get signed to like a comic company. Even though it's good to get signed with a comic company for legal reasons, for the legal standing to be cover your bases. But if you can do that by yourself, then like you can do it by yourself, and you probably won't even need it until like dire situations, right? But like everything that I learned through the entertainment industry and the comics industry, the more frustrated that I got. And I think he was a good voice. He was like a cathartic voice to let out that frustration. And that's what appealed to me. Coffee was just frustration personified.
Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
The voice against demoralization. He is a good propagandizer. Like I feel like he is a darn good like figurehead. Like he got his branding down. Like energizing with like get some coffee in you, some energization. He is the bastion of against demoralization. He is the voice against demoralization. He wants to be that shining figure in such a bleak entertainment industry, and we do live in a bleak entertainment industry. And he's like, I want to do something against that, and I'm like, heck yes. I don't care if, and like for me personally, I don't care if I'm the head guy. I don't care if I'm the head guy. As long as somebody's willing to like be that spearhead and be like, I want to try to do something that changes it. I want to do something that changes that. I'll be like, if you have the like, I don't care if you have the means, not the means, but if you have the resources, the fact that you want to try, I am behind you 110%. You did create catchy slangs. Yes, Hunchback, Demoralization, Cheesecake. Freaking, he's so good at it. He's just so great at it. And that's also why I can't hate him.
Well, you could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira.
We have gotten peak metaphor gameplay today. Sorry, Sketch. Hopefully, this was still entertaining nonetheless.
This one's important.
An old inventor Norris once knew is living in Camiro, a village near. Okay, let's go. It's fine, I don't mind. I use your stream as podcast anyway. Awesome. I can't hate Tom. Yeah, I can't hate him.
And the age of a new king draws nearer.
Like Coffee can hate me all he wants. I don't think he does. But even if he still does, like he can hate me all he wants. I just can't hate him. I do feel like we need a Coffee X Basin reunion. No. That brother is... Okay, I know I said I like him. That brother is still toxic. That brother is still toxic. Like when I'm in, I was only like when I was like doing the podcast with him, I was only cordial because I was a guest. I'm not gonna go on his podcast and fight back. Like anybody, like if you remember listening to my my podcast with them, I'm pretty tame because I go on other people's podcasts as a guest. I don't go there to fight. I don't go there to fight back. I'm there to like share an idea, and whether he likes it or not, it's irrelevant because my goal is to share that idea because he had a bigger platform than me. I will say that brother is just toxic. I don't hate him. He was kind of edging you though. He was kind of egging you though. Yeah, he was, and I know. I know he was egging me. Like I'm not there for blood sports. Yo. Here's the reason why I don't fall for the bait, right? Because when I'm there to share an idea or talk about myself, Like with the the first podcast was me talking about myself. The second podcast was me talking about my my ideas. You know what was so freaking funny? I remember when for the first podcast when I was talking about Chimera Island, he was looking through it and he was like, nobody wants to read comics or want to hear about stories with anthropomorphic characters. And I was like, Zootopia with B-Stars, like Zootopia, freaking B-Stars, Brand New Animal, Odd Taxi, like I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? You're just being I was like, you're just being a hater. I just spit a little bit. Ew, gross. Odd Taxi. Like, you were cited in the podcast, and he acted dense, and he didn't even understand. And then following videos, he literally just said your points. He just said your points like it was his own. Yeah! Yeah! Like... It just... Well, okay, so to be cordial, he could have had those ideas by himself. And the reason why I listen to him is because I like his ideas. And if I like his ideas, it would make sense for him to have those ideas prior. It would make sense for him to have those ideas prior. Because if I'm not saying that he has no original ideas. I'm just saying I liked listening to him for a reason. Oh my gosh, hey GD. Oh my gosh. Like this, I'm going overtime because this is what I'm talking about when I say longer stream, like more active chat equals longer streams, right? And plus, I'm just talking about, I like talking about myself. But I'm not saying he doesn't have any ideas. I listened to him because I liked what he had to say. So today I'm very mad. Sorry to hear that, Joe. Sorry to hear that, man. Most active chat been for a while. 4 hour stream. Wow. Yeah, and I didn't even have a drink of water yet.
Isn't that...
I should probably get a drink. I should probably get a water bottle. I'll be right back. I've been dehydrated for the past like 3 hours. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And the reason I'm mad is because Persona 4 Gold was removed from Game Pass, but Persona 5 Royale is returning to Game Pass. Were you not done with Royal? Not Royal, but were you not done with Persona 5 Gold? Oh yeah, so anyway. What was it? So yeah, what was the last thing that we talked about? Oh yeah, his point. Like him just parroting my points. Yeah.
Departing
Yeah.
the capital and barreling southward, the party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle
Hey,
town of Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Not only that, I think it's me. Like I know Coffee is Christian. I don't know if he's still Christian, but last time I talked to him, he's Christian. He was Christian. And that really helps me like a person. If I know they are Christian, that's gonna make me like them a lot. It's a lot easier for me to like them. I'm gonna say I'm biased. I'm biased just like anybody else. I'm biased just like anybody else. And like there was a small time where I did feel hatred towards him, and then what made me stop was like I can't feel hatred towards I shouldn't feel hatred towards anybody, but especially not for my Christian brother, for my Christian brethren. right? So like anytime I would feel bitter, I think at the most I felt bitter was like when I DM'd him on Instagram and said I hope he's doing well. And I remember like he responded being like I remember he responded saying he was going through something serious, and he was like, yo, how did you know I was going through something terrible? And I was like, I just had something on my heart. I just had something on my heart. There's something, like, it was during the time when I knew somebody, like, from his Patreon leaked that he was just talking junk about me. Like, with our last podcast that we did. And I held that in for a while. But when I was like, I don't want to hold this in anymore, I just messaged him saying, I hope he's doing well. He was like, yo, how did you know? And I was like, I didn't. I just didn't like I heard what you did behind my back, and I just don't respect it. But I just want you to know that I hope you're doing well. And then he was like, I appreciate it. Like, the funniest thing, he didn't apologize. I noticed he didn't apologize. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, that's probably part of the African culture. That's probably his African culture, like whatever culture he's from, to not apologize. So I don't hold it against him. Wait, why did you feel resentment towards him? Because he talked. Okay, so before we had like our third podcast, right? He started off saying, "Are you sure you don't want to pay? Are you sure you don't want to put this message in a paywall? This message in the paywall?" Because I had like another idea of how people could make money or get more eyes on their comics, and I just wanted to share it on his podcast because I knew that it was going to be put on his channel publicly. And I was like, he asked me, "Are you sure you want to paywall? You don't want this to paywall this?" And I was like, "No, because any information is good information, and if it works, then that does good for everybody." I said that to him before, like the final podcast, and we had the podcast, and he said that he would upload it on Monday. He never uploaded it later, and like weeks after, somebody from his Patreon. Yeah, the fact that someone from his Patreon leaked. I was like live streaming, and somebody on his Patreon, he came to there was like several people on like that came from Coffee Comics Patreon to my live stream because I was live streaming at the right time. And not gonna lie, I remember like a couple of people that came over from his Patreon was like, I actually really like you, dude. They're like, dude. I was like, it's kind of sad that how he did you dirty, man. Like, you're kind of a nice guy. It was like they wanted to stop by as if I was like some sort of lolcow, and they're like, you know what? I don't think I like coffee anymore. It's like you're beefing with this kid, like as if I'm not a dude. You're beefing with this guy? I'm 27 years old. You're beefing with this guy? Like, I'm over here looking like SpongeBob, like flipping patties, working on the comics, being like, hey dude, hey guy, thanks for coming in the chat. Oh hey, that was a nice thing that you commented. Like, I'm just that guy. And like one of the guys that from his Patreon was like, oh yeah, they are like, he's just clowning you on his behind his Patreon. And I was like, oh dang. I mean, like, even after the third podcast that we did, the final podcast that we did, there was like some static, like that was heavy in the air. I uploaded on my YouTube channel with the static, but like there was like tension. I felt like some heavy tension. Like after I did that, after I did the last podcast.
Afraid of something.
And that tension just bubbled up until I just DM'd him saying like, listen, dog, I hope you're doing well. I know what you did. I don't think it's cool, but I hope you're doing well. I feel like the fact that he is from South Africa kind of radicalized him. Yeah. Yeah. That's also why I also can't hate him. Because, like, if you listen to his own, recollections of what's happened, of South Africa, like, No, yeah, no, yeah, no. I'm not gonna come up to him and being like, why aren't you happy like me? Like, no. He constantly refers to where he lives, the jungle. Like, like, he refers to his own home nation as the jungle. Like, yo, no, sorry. I'm not gonna hate you. I gotta find it. I know shoot. like, yeah, looking back at that, I'm like, no, there's literally nothing. There's literally nothing. Like, you are a product of your environment, and you choose to persevere. So I'm not gonna hate you for that. I'm trying to remember. It was a video that I chose to upload. But I'm trying to remember, like, what date it was. Or what was I doing. Because I'm really trying to I wish I added, like, with coffee. Or whatever. In the title. Because I know I posted it on my thing. Dude, I'm looking back, I'm like, wow, I really try to make this thing work. It shouldn't be that far back. I feel like if something is too far back. Oh, what the heck? Man, I upload too much. Dude, what happened to the video? No way. Filter, description. Dude, what happened? No. Really getting me. No, that's not it. That's not it. That's a live stream. Dang, I hope I didn't delete it. Because I didn't want to associate with them. Yeah, like I want. Okay. Oh yeah, the jungle hunchbacks crucifix against the west. Yeah, post playlist. Is this lost media? Please tell me it's not. It's not lost media because I know he has it in his Patreon. I should have, like, I probably should have it in my hard drive. I'm just so terrible at naming things. I'm just so terrible at naming things, unfortunately. Dude, what the heck? What the heck? Comic highlight. Shoot. Yo, unfortunately, I can't find it right now. I thought. Oh, yep. I know. Wait. I know I sent it to Sketch. I feel like I sent it to Sketch before. I know I sent it to Sketch before. Because
they care about you as
found it.
the individual. And
That's his voice.
how relatable are you to them?
There we go.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Glad to hear it. I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the local.
Oh yeah, and the reason
To win the tournament.
I remember when he said that the reason why he was like he acted the way that he did was because he was tired, and he said whatever I had to say was so disappointing, and I was like, disappointing? What am I, your kid?
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's ally suffered the worst of it.
Do you think you will become bitter like him when you get older? Probably, yeah. Yeah. Absolute. Yo, if Miyazaki grew up to be as bitter as he is, and whatchamacallit, like Hayao Miyazaki, and Walt Disney, and even him, yeah. I know it's crazy to put those people next to coffee, but I'm like, when you get older, you just become jaded when you realize how the world works. And I think with his environment, he has that crash course a lot. Like, I can see life has crash coursed for him a lot sooner. That will force people to be jaded.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you.
I don't know his life.
It was them. I mean, some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
Oh, I don't know his life, but I know how the entertainment space is, to the point that yes, you can be like. There's people I've been listening to who's jaded and they don't even try in life. There are people like just absolute doomer content on YouTube. Compared to you earlier videos, now you sounded so innocent and joyful back then. Yes, yes, yes. That's because I had a spark in my eye. That's because I wanted everybody to succeed. And you know what? You want to know what happened? I actually talked to everybody. And nobody knows what they want to do. Everybody wants to be the leader. Nobody everybody wants to be a leader. Nobody wants to listen to anybody unless they have credentials. Like, basically, it's life. It's life. I'm like, man, I don't wish I could go back to that kind of time. But because now I know a lot more. Now I know a lot more. It's like, man. Now I know a lot more.
It's really none of my business.
Exactly, it's none of my business.
Aye. Best not to get distracted by this tattle when you've got a mission to attend to. Admirably practical.
Imagine yourself in 2030. I would say I want to imagine myself at least with enough money to afford my own place. I would like that. But life is predictable. Like, I tried going on my own timing for, like, all of my 20s. And if I learned anything, God laughs at the best made plans. You make a plan, God laughs. So, I'm like, you know what? Whatever it is, I'm here. All I gotta do is just not kill myself.
got quite a positive outlook, doesn't it?
That's what,
Are you sure we can trust these strangers?
that's my
Or is always in it just for the money?
that's my goal. That's my goal. Like, and I say that laughing, but like,
Looks like his
Goodness.
officer's not on our side just yet.
when I say it's bleak, damn, dude, know what I mean.
Dinna be rude, Morris.
I mean what I say.
We've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be knackered from the journey. Let me show you to an inn. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy.
I mean what I say.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Etika also was a joyous person at first. Then life and the internet happened to him. Yeah.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on. Don't worry, and I'll sort her out.
Dude, if I had like boku amounts of money, I would just try my best to make my comics work, or at least do things in the gaming industry that I want to see happen. Or just things around entertainment.
Fix the Valley Waterworks while I'm at.
Come, everyone.
Yeah, he was a joyous person. Yeah. I think it's like very dangerous to feel like to even imagine that you'll never get jaded.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Dude, if I said no, I'll never get jaded, then the BoJack the Horseman commentary looked more real back in the day. BoJack the Horseman commentary looked more real by the day. Yeah, like if I ever said that I would never become jaded, that means my life hasn't my life has not kicked me hard enough. Life has not kicked me hard enough.
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh, good. Larval innard.
Yo, that junk has a lot of protein.
Tis a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
I have 22 and I still feel jaded compared to 4 years ago. Oh, dude, you better fix that mindset.
You fairly eat with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate.
Like you gotta figure out like what you want to do, literally. Oh my gosh, I remember when I was like in like one of when I was in the podcast with what's his name, Coffee. I remember I told him my age at the time, and he was like, "Well, the clock is ticking. You better because he talked like after you reach a certain age, that's it. You have to be an adult." Like he was my dad. Like he was my dad. I was like, "No, well, you're not wrong, but you're not helping me either." Like you're not helping. Like it's like you're not telling me anything that's useful. You're just stressing. He said 25. Oh yeah. Like as soon as you reach 25, like you have to be an adult. I'm like, you're not. A, you're not my dad. B, you're not helping me. C, good things come. Like all cool things come in 3, right? Like if I want to hear something, I want to hear how you can make this work. And that's the one thing I usually picked up when I try to remember those conversations. He doesn't tell you how to make things work. He just says here are possible pitfalls.
How was it? Sometimes the insides can.
Like I'm a creative person. Like I don't do well in those kinds of conversations. I'm a creative person. If there are pitfalls, I can imagine like a way that I can get myself out of it, right? So it would do me a lot more good to help me out and say like, okay, if you're going to do this, then try to do this. Or if you're going to do that, you're going to run into this. So to circumnavigate that, try looking at it with this angle. But people aren't that creative. And people don't care. People, not only that, not only people don't care that much, people are not that creative, or they just don't know that much about a given topic. So I can't really blame anybody. And that's why after the third conversation, I was like, I have nothing to learn from this guy. He tells you everything bad with what you're doing, not how to create a solution. Yeah. When I picked that up, I was like, I can learn nothing from this guy.
Your dishes, but to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Like, I would love, like, it's cool. It's like, it's cathartic to listen. He's cathartic to listen to. But after you realized, oh, I got nothing to learn from him, then the magic's gone. With all of his lingo and how interesting he is to talk, like how it's nice to talk about him. It's not gonna lie, I want to be a like, I know it's really strange to say, but I really like to be I want to be a coffee figure. I want to be like that. I want to be hated on the internet. Somewhat. I want to be an interesting person that people would learn from. You know what I mean? Actually, be careful what you wish for. Sure, yeah, because I'm an adult now. Because I'm not that stupid. But there's something to him that's like, yeah, he is an interesting character.
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
He got dedicated fans and haters. You can't take that away from him. Yeah. I am a dedicated neither. I am not a fan nor a hater.
And you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I know why people like him, and I know why people hate him. And I fully embrace. I am the Buddha. I fully embrace both. I am the Buddha. I fully embrace both. I know what is. I see the positives and I see the negatives, and I embrace nothing. I embrace everything and feel nothing. I have achieved enlightenment.
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
He doesn't leave people indifferent, which is what you need on social media. Yeah, it's kind of like what you said earlier in the stream, where you said, what would you do if you were a dictator? And like everything that I said was like super reasonable. And I was like, oh.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the Sandworm's territory, yes?
Like, I think like stuff like that, like being a love him or hate him figure on the internet, sure heckin' is helpful to gain an audience, to gain like eyeballs and people's attention. But at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just want to make enough money to like live. That's what I want. I don't care about these eyeballs. I just want to make enough money to live.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira.
Let's see the great.
Let's see here.
Iam's way is over here. Nope.
Let's.
The rival.
All right. Let's.
The Nord Mines.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
You just need to find your crowd. Yeah, that's why I'm doing the clips, the shorts. Might go back to uploading might go back to uploading the YouTube shorts after this. We'll see how that goes.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A fine sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wild.
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here, con a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
I saw your videos on how webtoons or comics lack paneling creativity.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
I know what video you're talking about. I saw that too. Do I agree? No. No, not really. It's just that people are more familiar with the traditional layout than the vertical layout. So it's harder to really expand upon what you can do with that vertical layout. Because right now people are doing what works instead of they're just doing what works instead of understanding fundamentally how can something be made with a vertical panel in mind. Because everything that's popular, it just works. Because it just does. Because it just does. It's not that focused, or the whole idea. Well, not saying the whole idea, but what you see right now, well, back when I did it, I was just taking panels and just making it fit the vertical scrolling format. And that reminds me of when I was in Walmart. I saw like a webtoon reformatted in a physical book, and that paneling looked just god-awful because what people are doing with the vertical format, because people are doing the same thing. They are used to the traditional format, and they're just cramming everything traditional into the vertical format. Just like if you try to cram something in a vertical format into a traditional format, it's going to look janky and weird and awkward because that's not a format they are used to, and it's not, or it's a story that's not made for that format. I'm not saying it's like it lacks creativity. It takes a different eye to understand what you can do to fully expand on the canvas that you have, or what you can do with it, right? I mean, if he says like he just prefers the traditional format, then hey, more power to him. I get it. I do too. Oh wait, I probably shouldn't overstream because I have to work on commissions. And like, and right now, dude, I probably should have left an hour ago, but I'll probably leave off with saying this. Yeah, I appreciate the stream, being active. It's fine. Yeah, all it really takes is somebody who really who's not trying to make a trying to make a traditional formatted comic and squish that into a vertical canvas. I think it works best if somebody fully understands how they can communicate visuals through a vertical canvas instead of trying to think, what would I do if I was in a different area. But hey, that's just me. Anyway, yeah, nice chat. I gotta work on commissions and make food for tonight. You take care. Peace.